And we welcome you to beautiful Costa Mesa on the campus of Orange Coast College, LeBard Stadium, as tonight the Golden West Rustlers play host to the Ventura College Pirates. A great Saturday evening to you wherever you may be. Rahshaun Haylock here alongside Sebastian Spencer. We had to go to the bullpen tonight. My longtime partner Andrew King on the injured list. We wish him a speedy recovery, but Sebastian Spencer filling in for him here tonight. And you have your Rustlers who have moved up to number 3 in the state in the coaches poll, taking on a Ventura team that has some impressive wins on this season. Despite their 3-2 record, they're ranked number 10 in the state. The Rustlers will be kicking it off as they won the toss and elected to defer. Humberto Maciel will put it on the tee at the 35-yard line. Sebastian, and first of all, welcome aboard. Thanks for filling in.
Hey, thank you. Glad to be here. Definitely glad to be here. We hope Andrew gets better, speedy recovery to him.
One thing Sebastian does know is Quest Truxton was incredible last week in the win against Fullerton. Perhaps the biggest win in the Nick Mitchell tenure. So the Rustlers improved to 5-0. But here they are tonight looking to do more. Maciel is a high end over end but short kick taken by one of the upmen on a fair catch just shy of the 30-yard line. So enter this high-powered Ventura College offense averaging north of 40 points per game. The top team in the national division as far as total offense goes. And Ty Ganji, the bounce back from Colorado, the freshman out of St. Francis High School, player of the week in the National Northern League a week ago with a school record for 452 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. He takes the snap. He fakes the handoff, takes it around the edge. He's upended on that far side. Coming up and making the tackle for the Rustlers is Phil Hong, the talented linebacker. This is a offense for Ventura that likes to go, 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 go. They like to move in a hurry. Already up at the line of scrimmage with 25 left on the play clock after that first down gain of a couple. Ganji delivers, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking over the middle, and the intended receiver right there was Silas Motley. As we'll set up the lineups for you, Tyson Rising, Manuel Hernandez, Josh Mantle, Evan Roth, Jay Coleman, left to right on that offensive line. No Chris Beason, the talented tailback, is out with a shoulder injury, so it'll be running back by committee. As Ganji takes the snap, looking up field, and he's hit as he throws it. Ball comes loose, but they say incomplete as his arm was going forward on 3rd and long. So the Rustlers defense forces a 3-and-out to start this game. Pressure coming there from the backside, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. They wanted to start the game off very heavy right there, and they do just that.
So into punt, Dayton DiOrio, averaging 40.2 yards per kick. He's pinned opponents inside the 28 times this season. Quest Truxton, your reigning player of the week in the Southern League, stands back to receive the punt, catches at the 25, spins as he catches it, and he's greeted by a host of white uniforms. Leading the charge there for the Pirates is Darunya Bell, the defensive back and special teamer. Adam Vance didn't do so bad last week, 18-35, 270 yards, and most importantly a win to go along with 2 touchdowns. Johnny Hills is in the lineup, but he's only at about 80%, battling an injury. So he's going to be on a pitch count most likely tonight. Looking at about 10 to 12 carries perhaps. Hills is lined up behind Vance in the pistol. First down and 10 for the Rustlers at the 27-yard line, going left to right. Vance runs in to Hills. He throws it out in the flat to Veazey. Veazey catches and runs outside the numbers where he's taken down just shy of the first down marker. He picks up about 7 on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Rustlers in their black tops, black bottoms, black helmets. Pirates, black helmets with the VC on the sides. White tops and white bottoms. Black numbers which bleed into orange. They look pretty snazzy here on a Saturday night. As the sun sets here in Costa Mesa, they go on the ground for the first time tonight. They give it to Hills. He goes off right guard, and he's going to be taken down for a short gain. Offensively, Nico Now in there at left tackle for the Rustlers, the converted defensive lineman, 6'5", 305-pound freshman out of La Mirada, John Garrett at left guard. Christian Shears has returned this week after missing action last week. Christian Rodriguez and Oscar Perez, at right tackle. They send a man that's Truxton in motion. They fake the end around on a slant pass. Caught Veazey. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to go 30, 20, 10, end zone. Touchdown, Rustlers. There was a point of emphasis to get number 8 the ball this week. They find him there on the slant. Sebastian, he broke the tackle and was gone.
Yeah, that man was out of there. Jordan Veazey showing tremendous speed right there on that catch and then the touchdown.
67-yard pitch and catch from Vance to Veazey. Maciel in to attempt a point after. The snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the left. So the kicking woes continue for the Rustlers. Maciel has had his issues on field goals. Ironically enough, he was 10 for 10 and extra points entered tonight, but the first one he gets, he misses. So the Rustlers strike first. They lead it 6-0 here. 12:59, just getting started here in this first quarter at LeBard Stadium. Rahshaun Haylock, Sebastian Spencer here with you. Ed Ford manning the controls on a Saturday night. Veazey showing some speed there. These defensive backs from Ventura have given up some big plays this season, Sebastian. There's another one.
They definitely have. And Veazey just showed the wheels on that last play right there. And I think this Ventura offense might have a little something to say about that.
Highest scoring offense in the National Division. 3 and out on their very first try here tonight, but they'll get another crack at it as Maciel will put it on the tee at the 35-yard line. Maciel with a high end-over-end kick, another one short, taken at the 25-yard line by one of the upmen of Ventura, and that was A.J. Otto, and he's going to be stopped at about the 30-yard line. They mark him down officially
Maciel's kick is
at
returned
the 34.
To the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 Ventura.
As we continue the starters for you, Riley Smith, Jordan Nunry, Nick Rodriguez, and Cam Taylor, the wide receiving core for Ventura. Ganges in there at quarterback. Ball near hash mark, going right to left. Quick pass out. Oh, nearly picked off by Garcia. He had it, and he was looking end zone, and the ball hit the turf.
Brings up 2nd down.
And all he can do is hold his head down as he walks back to the defensive side of the ball, but that was nearly 6 quick. They tried a quick out to this near side to Riley Smith, and Garcia jumped it. Here's the snap, low snap to Gaines. He passed on over the middle. It's going to be caught by Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks a tackle at the 40. Outside the numbers, was pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line, but it's going to be enough for a first down. Nick Rodriguez, 12 catches, 149 yards a week ago in the win against Moore Park. 60-36 in a rivalry game. Ventura was able to win that one for their 3rd win of the season. Here's Ganji looking out in the flat. Pass is caught, 50-yard line. And getting taken down there is the tailback Isaiah Brown. Big fella, 6 foot, 211 pounds, freshman out of Dayton, Ohio.
2nd down and 2 for Ventura.
Picks up a gain of 7, brings up a 2nd down and 3. It's going to be a running back by committee tonight for Ventura. As they go quickly, they hand it off, and here's tailback once again. And that is Brown.
41-yard line.
And Brown with the snapper up to the 40. So you see this pace start to pick up, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. The running game is definitely starting to pick up for them. And Ty is actually playing well.
Ganji quickly out to Rodriguez in the flat. He gets it upfield. He's taken down by Garcia at the 37-yard line. Pick up a 4, brings up a 2nd down and 6. 11:45 to play first quarter. Rustlers struck first. They lead it 6-0. 4 wide for Ganji, 2 to each side. Pressure coming as he takes the snap over the middle is Rodriguez once again. on a drag route. He's going to be dragged down to the turf outside the numbers at the 30. This is going to be a horse collar against the Rustlers. There's also another flag in the backfield, and Rodriguez is going to limp off. He's going to be replaced by Jake Mann. But Rodriguez limping off under his own strength, but definitely hurt after that tackle there. As we wait for our official to give us the ruling, our white hat tonight, Shane Smith.
There's no penalty for a horse collar tackle. On the play, we had a holding, number 72, 10 yards from the previous spot, second down.
They are attending to Rodriguez on the sideline, and it looks like they're looking at his left ankle. There was a holding against Jake Coleman, the freshman right tackle. There was no penalty for a horse collar. They waved that flag, so it's going to be a 2nd and long. They keep it on the ground, and it goes to Brown, freshman out of Dayton, Ohio. He goes off right guard and is able to pick up maybe 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and long. Play fake. Gaingy steps up in the pocket, looking over the middle, pass caught by Mann. Mann hit, but is able to stay on his feet. Ball's ripped. Ball's ripped out. Rustlers recover it. One official says Golden West ball. Another official blew the ball, did the play dead prematurely. Wow.
Receiver was ruled down on the play.
The receiver, Mann, was ruled down, but definitely a premature whistle there by the officials. And they're going to huddle right now, but that should be a turnover. That should be Golden West football.
Definitely. It looked like he went down at first, and then he just kept trying to run, but I think they did get him down.
He broke the initial tackle and stayed on his, used his
We had
hand.
an inadvertent whistle. So on the play, it's going to be Ventura's ball. After the play, we had a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 74 and number 65.
So inadvertent whistle, says Shane Smith. So basically that's the equivalent of one of those letters you'll get in the mail comes Monday morning. Sorry, we blew the call. So it's going to remain Ventura football, and we have offsetting penalties.
And Ventura catches a major break right there.
Huge break. As that ball was loose, as you mentioned, Mann was able to maintain his balance, Sebastian. He got hit initially. He used his left hand to stay on his feet. And as he was hit from behind, he was gang tackled. But he never went to the turf, though.
He never went down, and
and the ball was popped out. This is a ball-hawking defense of Golden West. 15 interceptions on the season, which is the tops in Southern California. But definitely a huge break, as you mentioned it. So it's going to bring up a 1st down after that pickup of a 1st down on 3rd and long. If you're Nick Mitchell, you cannot be happy right now. Or Dave Robinson. 4 wide for Gaingy. Ball in between the hash marks at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Ball's loose this time, and the Rustlers recover.
Fumble recovered.
Another
fumble.
Holding, number 57. That penalty's declined. 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Rustlers.
wow.
Fumbles recovered by Jake Giannone. As they say on the court, Sebastian, ball don't lie.
Hey, you know what? You read my mind. I was just getting ready to say that. If it was meant for them to have the ball, it's definitely meant for them now.
So it was Brown who put it on the turf. Ball was raked out after that miscommunication, or that inadvertent whistle, rather, on the previous play. Rustlers recover it. They take over 1st down and 10 from their own 17-yard line, going left to right here in this 1st quarter. Vance quickly out in the flat. Pass is incomplete. And that was nearly turned back over by the Rustlers.
Yeah, so far you see both offensives trying to get settled in right now. Little mistakes between both teams.
Veazey dropped the ball, and he immediately put his helmet in his hands. I'm not sure if that ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. If so, that was a fumble. There was no whistle at first, but finally a whistle came in. They send a man in motion to the far side. Empty set now for Vance. Looking near side, passes, batted down at the line of scrimmage.
The pass is deflected.
It's a very talented defensive line for Ventura, and it's the big fella Charles Franklin. As we set up the defense for you of Ventura, Mark Zavala, Charles Franklin, the big 300-pound defensive tackle, and Trey Haynes also plugging up that middle. Ayo Weir Soleil at another end. The linebackers, Darren McIntyre, Grant Booma, and David Owens. In the secondary, you got Devontae Smith and Tony Daggett, Dre Jackson at a safety, and he's joined back there by Malcolm Williams. Vance with the back to his left. They're going to keep it on the ground and hand it off, breaking a tackle and trying to get it up the field before being taken down at the 22-yard line is Malcolm Smith, the wide receiver. So it's going to be a bunch of musical chairs in the backfield for the Rustlers once again this week. Smith taken down after a pickup of a couple on 3rd and 8. It's going to bring up a 4th down now, and here comes Maciel.
And that was Malcolm Williams on that tackle for Ventura. So far, we're seeing a high octane defense.
Tony Daggett back to return the punt for Ventura, standing on his own 40-yard line. Pressure coming. Maciel gets off a low spiral kick. Daggett's going to take it at the 38-yard line. Breaks one tackle before being taken down just inside the 45-yard line. Pursuit made that time by Drake Kyler on the special teams for the Rustlers. So it'll be 1st down and 10
First and 10, Ventura.
at the 47-yard line of Ventura. Ventura led by head coach Steve Meshugian in his 6th season. Call him Coach Moose. Trying to turn this Ventura program around. 3 receivers to the right of Ganji. They keep it on the ground. The ball carrier on that far side is Word. The freshman out of El Camino Real is able to turn the corner across midfield before being pushed out of bounds inside Rustler territory at the 44-yard line.
Ball is run to the 44-yard line and out of bounds.
Joey Word gets to the outside as he shows his speed.
Pickup of 9 there. Both these teams going with the tailback by committee here tonight. 9:15 left in this first quarter. It's Word once again. He goes off right tackle. He finds a little bit of a crease, darts through it across the 40-yard line, and he's stopped at the 37.
1st and 10, Ventura.
Helping on the tackle for the Rustlers was Jamie Diaz, Phil Hong, Tristan Green, Jake Giannone, the linebackers Corey Garcia, Dominic Cisse, Johnny Johnson, and Daniel Tejeda in the secondary for the Rustlers as they stay on the ground. Do Ventura up the middle, and a minimal game here.
2nd down, Ventura.
This time brings up a 2nd down and long for Ventura. As coming up and making that tackle there that time was Giannone. Nick Rodriguez, who was in there on the previous play, limps back off this time, and you can tell he's still slowed by some sort of a leg injury. Here's the give. They keep it on the ground once again and going nowhere. Stopped in the backfield by Jake Giannone is the tailback Word. So Giannone making his presence felt. Already a fumble recovery. Here, this tackle for loss brings up a 3rd down and long for Ventura.
Yeah, definitely. Giannone making his presence felt on the defensive end of the field right away.
Ball near hash mark for Ganji. Takes the snap, play fake, rolling to his right, going to throw right. Pass is going to be caught out there at the 35-yard line. Making the catch there was Austin Blake Smith.
He's
going to get deeper into Golden West territory before being taken down at the 33, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now you're kind of in no man's land where it's Maybe too long for a field goal, too short to punt. Let's see.
And you can definitely see what type of quarterback Ganji is, making his completions by getting those short throws in.
Looks like they're going to bring the special teams unit out regardless. So Diorio coming in to punt it. They're probably going to try to delay a game here, the Pirates. Diorio takes the snap. It's a high spiral kick, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Vance, Golden West Rustlers football on SportsNetUSA.net is brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim, where service and parts is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Located at the 91 and Euclid. On the web at millersa.net. You're also watching it as well as we got the live video stream here. All the home games you can see right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun, Haylock, Sebastian, Spencer here with you on a Saturday night. Vance takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hills. Hills going to be hit hard by Boomer, the middle linebacker.
Hills on the carry.
Comes up and puts a shoulder right into Hills. Hills gets it across the 20 to the 21, but just a 1 yard pickup there. Brings up a second down and long.
And Rahshaun, you talked about Hills being 80% coming into the night. It's got to be frustrating for him going against this treacherous Ventura defense.
So Hills to the left of Vance, 3 receivers to his left, which is the far side of the field. 1 receiver, that's Sansom, split out to the near side. Vance gives Sansom a signal. 7 on the play clock. Ball near hash mark. Ventura showing blitz. Pressure coming. Vance takes the snap, delivers it in the slot. Oh, what a catch. Beautiful catch by Smith. Josh Smith had the ball hit him right in his hands. It ricocheted, and he was able to dive for it and come down with it. Enough for a first down, just shy of the 40-yard line at the 38. A pickup of 17 for the Rustlers. Tremendous pair of hands, concentration there by Smith, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. Way to stay focused on the way down to make that play.
4 receivers for Vance. They stack on each side out of the pistol. Vance delivers near side. That's Sansom. Has a block. Tries to get outside the numbers at the 40 and does before being pushed in the back out of bounds.
Number 32, Devin Sansom.
And let's see, do they give him enough for a first down? Let's see, they mark him just shy of first down. So he picks up 9, brings up a second down and 1. Pushed out of bounds there that time by Malcolm Williams. Vance out of the pistol. They stack the receivers once again. They hand it off. Hills with space. Hills up the middle. Second level and beyond. Across midfield inside the 45 where he's taken down and enough for a Rustler first down is once again they're inside Ventura College Pirate territory.
Hill showing that speed that this Golden West team is so accustomed to seeing.
1st and 10 Rustlers at the 41-yard line of Ventura. Vance out of the pistol, takes the snap, pressure coming from the backside, he delivers it near side. Sansom makes a man miss before a shoestring tackle is made here on the near sideline at the 25-yard line by Devontae Smith.
24-yard line for a first down.
But it's going to be enough for another Rustler first down.
And the Rustlers keep the chains moving so far.
4:43 to play here, first quarter. Vance, high snap, play fake, looking, has a man in the slot. Oh, and he just missed him. He had Smith.
Vance's pass falls incomplete.
And I'm not sure if Smith didn't pick the ball up. It was thrown over his head, but it looked like he had a hard time reading that one.
It definitely looked like it was over his head a little bit.
Four wide receivers for Vance, 1 back, that's Hills. He takes the carry up the middle. He spun around and dragged to the turf. Tackle made there by McIntyre at the 20-yard line.
3rd down.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and about 6 for the Rustlers. As we approach 4 to play here in this first quarter. Rustlers with the ball and a 6-point lead. Hills still back there in the backfield. High snap, they stay on the ground. Hills one more time, Hills with space. Hills second level inside the 10, taken down just shy of the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle made there in the secondary by Williams once again, but it sets up a 1st and goal for the Rustlers. So Hills, we thought he was on a pitch count tonight, but looks to be running hard. Here's Vance, takes the snap. He's going to be sacked immediately.
Vance
Getting
is
into the
sacked at the
backfield.
play.
That
Ball
time was the
spotted at the
defensive end,
13-yard
Zavala.
line.
Mark
Second
Zavala,
down.
the freshman out of St. Bonaventure, out there in Ventura. And he came off the edge and just beat
Yes, he
the
did.
left tackle, Chris Alvarez, there that time.
Mark Zavala just came and accelerated through it and got straight to the quarterback.
So it's a 2nd and goal from the 12. Vance takes the snap. Pressure coming, looking near end zone. Touchdown, Rustlers. Pass caught by Sansom, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding, number 25, 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So it's a hold against Golden West, and that'll take off 6. And the Rustlers will have it 1st and goal from the 22. Ouch. 2nd and goal, pardon me, from the 22. Vance with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the near side. Ventura, man across the board. Sansom, the lone receiver, split out to this near side. 8 on the play clock. Vance takes it, pressure coming. Sansom on a slant, pass is thrown, incomplete. No flag comes in, however, for pass interference.
3rd down.
Draped all over Vance there that time was the cornerback, Brito Tutt. But no flag. Wow.
And no flag. Coach Mitchell was definitely upset about that play. Felt like his player was being held.
Even Ed Ford up here in the booth was reaching for his yellow hanky. Didn't have the reach, though. 3:06 left in this first quarter. 3 receivers to the far side. Vance rolling near side. They throw it back to the near side. Pass is going to be caught. And a nice job defensively to be able to read that play as they tried to go to the tight end Estem there that time. And look out, there's some pushing and shoving going on.
There's a flag on the field.
And a little friendly fire there is stepping in the way and trying to get Oscar Perez out of trouble is his line mate Christian Rodriguez. But there's a flag at the end of the play there. But a nice job. They tried to throw it back to the tight end Estem. And it went nowhere. But the officials are conferring right now, so let's see what happened. I didn't see who Perez was getting into it with on the Ventura side, but Rodriguez with a heads-up play to step in there and try to separate the Rustler right tackle from any further harm. There is a flag on the play, however.
Yeah, Rodriguez letting his teammate know you got to use your head on those plays.
There were 2 dead ball fouls on the play. Dead ball, number 72, personal foul, Golden West. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 78. Those penalties will offset 4th down.
So they get Manuel Hernandez.
Correction on the number. Number was 18.
Check that, Malcolm Williams, as Shane Smith corrects. So that's Malcolm Williams and Perez getting into it there. So it looks like it's going to be offsetting penalties. Brings up a 4th down and goal from the 22-yard line, and we do not see Humberto Maciel. So Vance and the offense going to stay out there. They run out of time, though. Just 8 on the play clock. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the near side, 1 back full on the play clock. Vance pumps, delivers, far side, passes, caught, diving, end zone! Touchdown, Rustlers! What a play! Incredible job there by Sansom to tiptoe on the far sideline, and he stuck his right arm just inside the pylon to get inside the end zone. Here's Maciel to attempt the point after. High snap. The hold is down, and Maciel is able to split the uprights.
12.
Rustlers 13, Ventura nothing. 2:21 left in this first quarter. How about that play by Sansom there, Sebastian?
Yeah, Sansom really showed the athleticism right now with that great catch. Getting in the end zone, making it easy on his teammate as Golden West goes up here 13-0 against Ventura right now. And this high-octane offense that has been talked about so much, Ventura has not put up any points so far.
This is a Rustler defense that comes into here with high marks, which has contributed to them slowing down this offense so far. But that play by Sansom, we apologize for any language you may have heard. The Ventura coaching box is directly to our right. And if you're watching, you can tell why they were upset after that heads-up play by Sansom. A 2nd and goal, or 4th and goal from 22, and the Rustlers are able to get inside the end zone. Here's the kick by Maciel. It's a directional kick, and it's short once again, taken by one of the upmen just shy of the 20-yard line. Cutting across the grain and taken down is Malcolm Williams at the 25. Ball popped out, but it was well after he was tackled.
Diamante Wiggins at the tackle.
Credit Diamante Wiggins there on the tackle. Check that.
First and 10,
That
Ventura.
was Kalen Striggles, the up man there for Ventura.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now from Golden West is that they're just dominating the game on both sides of the football.
So how about Sansom? He had a touchdown pass. It was wiped away because of the holding, which put the Rustlers in that tough predicament, but he's able to get it back. Here's Ventura as they stay on the ground. They run a sweep to the far side. And trying to get outside the numbers is the tailback Brown. He's gang tackled there at the 30-yard line.
Ball slide at the 30-yard line. 2nd down.
Ball far hash mark for Ganji. Low snap, play fake, pressure coming. Ganji escapes, steps up into his own man, tries to escape another sack, but can't escape the 3rd Rustler, who's able to come in there from behind.
Ty Ganji on the carry.
And Ganji tried to make something out of that play, but just could not get away from the onslaught of the Golden West defense.
And I believe they're going to credit Bobby Orellano with the sack there. Big number 90 got in there. Low snap. Ganji takes it. Pass delivered near side. It's going to be caught by C.J. Pride. He falls forward to the 38-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down.
C.J. Pride. First down, Ventura.
And that's a nice short route right there. You want to continue to get small plays like that. Get points on the board.
3 receivers to the far side for Ganji. 1 back. Play fake. Pressure coming from the backside. Ganji throw is high and too tall for the intended receiver man. As he was trying to run a little post there, there was about 3 or 4 black jerseys closing in on him.
Yeah, definitely. Had to make that throw as soon as possible, but didn't end up with the completion.
Ganji takes the snap, delivers it to Mann here on a quick out. And Mann going to be hit hard from behind by Ojalabi with a nice run after catch as he gets it ahead to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 11 and enough for a first down. As we're under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Ventura trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Four receivers for Ganji, 2 to each side. Ball near hash mark. 1 back, low snap, play fake. Ganji looking near side pass, almost picked off. Oh wow, Ajon Wiley, it hit him right in his lap. He was looking upfield, he had some green in front of him. That's 2 picks dropped by the Rustlers so far here tonight. Oh wow. Garcia nearly had one earlier this quarter. Wiley had one there, hit him right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, Wiley, that was his for the taking.
Ganji steps up. This one nearly picked off by Garcia, but picked off by Wiley, so both of them make up for it. Near sideline, Wiley, midfield. Cuts it across the grain, has some room at the 40. Cuts it back near side at the 30. Has a wall. Wiley, 10-5. Touchdown, Rustlers.
Wiley coming up with the interception on that play. Big play for Golden West.
Rahshaun Wiley with the pick 6 off the tip drill. The sophomore out of Compton Dominguez High School makes this a 3-possession game here.
Wiley, straight out of Compton.
Myciel in there to attempt the point after. Here's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up and just inside the far upright. Good.
Your Rustlers extend the lead, 20-0.
So you got to like that. Garcia nearly had a pick 6 earlier. He dropped it. Wiley nearly had an interception on the previous play. He dropped it. The two collabo for this pick 6 here to make it 20-0 Rustlers as you're listening to Golden West Rustler football on SportsNetUSA.net. And for those of you watching, let's take a look at the replay. Rahshaun Wiley, how about the cutback there at the 30, at the 20, and he was able to get it inside the end zone. Tremendous blocking there by his comrades on the defensive side. And that made it 19-0. The ensuing extra point was good by Myciel, and that pick by Wiley off the hands of Corey Garcia. How funny is this game of football, at least tonight here for these Rustlers? They talk about the tip drill all the time. Sebastian.
Definitely. I guess when it's going your way, it's just going your way. These guys have had countless breaks tonight, and they end up with the football, even when they're not supposed to end up with the football.
And right before that interception by Wiley, he was getting picked on by my partner, Andrew King. He sent me a text saying that's why he plays defense. Exactly why he plays defense. Not able to make the catches, but he got that one for you, partner. Another short kick by the Rustlers. And once again, the special teams unit is there for Golden West. And that was Keiko Kaneway making the tackle there for Golden West. So 12 seconds left in this first quarter. Pirates will have it going right to left
at the 37-yard line
for the remaining 12 seconds.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Moose, you got to be furious right now with the way the team has played on both sides of the ball. Turnovers from the offense, turnovers is the story of the game.
Lights are on, sun is set here in Costa Mesa. They throw a pass to the flat to the tailback, and he has some space across midfield, and that's a name we haven't called so far tonight. DJ Martin, the freshman out of Bakersfield, with a nice catch and run inside Rustler territory for a first down for the Pirates. 1st and 10 at the Golden West 45-yard line, and that play is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So after one, it's Golden West 20, Ventura nothing. You're listening and watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock here with you.
20-0.
Alongside Sebastian Spencer, had to go to the bullpen tonight. My partner Andrew King rehabbing, but we hope that he's takes advantage of the upcoming bye week and is able to be back here in a couple of weeks. But that first quarter couldn't have gone any better for these Rustlers, Sebastian.
Yeah, definitely. Golden West came in, showed why they're 5-0. Ventura might have the highest scoring offense, but it's a reason why Golden West is undefeated on the year so far.
Yeah, these Rustlers entered tonight 5-0. Ventura 3-2. They're ranked number 10 in the state. Rustlers moved up to number 3 in the state. These are coaches' poll rankings. The Pirates 3-2 on the season, 1-1 in Northern League play. They had some impressive wins. They shut out Fullerton in the season opener 31-0. They beat El Camino in a shootout 59-58. But then they dropped 2 in a row, one to Mount Sac, one to Cerritos before winning the rivalry game against Moore Park last week, 60-36. So kind of a mixed bag for Coach Moose and his Pirates here so far this season. Meanwhile, the Rustlers, that the first win over Fullerton in the Nick Mitchell era. They said they were going back in the books. They can't recall on record a win against Fullerton. As the second quarter resumes, they flip fields, and getting the carry is Martin to the far side of the field. He tries to stretch it outside, and he picks up a couple to the 42-yard line.
And DJ Martin starting to heat up a little bit, getting a few carries here in this second quarter.
No Chris Beason, the talented tailback out of Buena for the Pirates tonight. So they're going to go tailback by committee. Here's Martin once again. He was starting to heat up, but he's cooling down now after that TFL in the backfield. And getting back there is Justin Stewart, Andrew King's favorite player. Once again, he's in the offensive backfield, and there's a tackle for loss. Stewart, pivotal in the win last week against Fullerton. You're not going to see him credited with many sacks, but boy, did he hit Trey Tinsley, the Fullerton quarterback, a lot last week. Low snap for Gaingy. Pressure coming in his face. Throws it across the middle. Pass is going to be caught just shy of the 40-yard line by Blake Smith.
Ball spotted at the 42-yard line.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Fans, we apologize for being absent with the down and distance, having some scoreboard issues here tonight. So trying to give it to you as best we can, but definitely want to apologize for that. 4th down for the Pirates at the Golden West 42-yard line. They'll send in the punting unit. Quest Truxton standing on his own 10. Low snap. The punt is a high spiral kick, and it's going to be pinned inside the Rustler 20-yard line, probably inside the 10. Let's see where they mark them out. No, they mark them out at the 17-yard line. So the Rustlers will have it 1st down and 10 at their own 17-yard line, going right to left here in this second quarter. Golden West Rustler football on SportsNetUSA.net is brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Check out today's new car specials with savings on 2015 Camry SE and Corolla LE Echo Plus sedans on the web at MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com. Located at the 91 and Euclid, Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports college sports and education. Rustlers
Vance on the carry.
Stay on the ground, and that's Vance. And he's barely able to get to the line. It's actually behind the line of scrimmage, so he's taken down for a loss there. That appeared to be a design run. Vance in the backfield. He has one back to his right. Takes the snap, looking over the middle and incomplete. He was looking for Andrew Smith on a skinny post, but it's incomplete. It's going to be a 3rd down.
And that's actually a good play there. It's just the ball just got a little bit ahead of Andrew Smith.
Koku Akangwe, the tailback now for the Rustlers. 12:41 left in this first half. 2 backs now with Vance. Akangwe is 1. Truxton in the slot here to this near side. 3 wide receivers for the freshman out of Visalia. Ball far hash mark on a 3rd and long. Vance looking near side. Vance going to throw it near side. Looking for Truxton, over the shoulder catch. Good. At the 40-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds at the 42.
Truxton goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
And Truxton delivers the 1st down signal. That's about as much emotion as I've seen out of him in 2 years.
And Truxton picking up where he left off last week.
They beat the secondary there on a corner route, and Truxton with the beautiful catch, the reigning player of the week in the Southern League, as the Rustlers go back to the ground. And a short pickup there by the fullback, Fiasu.
Fiasu on the carry. Brought down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down.
So Fiasu picks up 1. He stands to the right of Vance. Akangwe to the left. 3 wide receivers. Truxton in the slot to the far side. Ball near hash mark. Vance takes the carry. They give it to Akangwe. He goes off of right guard ahead to the 45-yard line, where he's going to be taken down there.
Fiasu on the carry. Brought down at the 45-yard line. 3rd down.
Tackle made by number 81 for Ventura. There's no 81 on our roster up here. 3 wide receivers once again for Vance. One back, Akangwe. Vance going to roll to the far side, escapes pressure, throws it on the run, has two men deep, and he finds one, caught, end zone, touchdown, Rustlers. Denham Sampson once again, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rustlers are blowing this one wide open as they lead it now 26-0.
Sampson is having a great game so far.
Sansom with his second touchdown. Vance had two receivers, basically a take your pick. As Maciel's in to attempt the point after. High snap. The hold is down, the kick is up and through by Maciel. 11-10 to play. First half, Golden West 27. Ventura nothing, as you're listening to and watching Golden West Rustlers football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun, Haylock, Sebastian, Spencer here with you. Ed Ford manning the controls. Basically, take your pick there. He had two guys wide open, Sebastian, and he threw to the guy who was more covered than the other guy who was wide open. Yeah. And Sampson made the nice over-the-shoulder grab. Yeah,
Sampson is actually a great player. He's playing great today, straight out of Plano, Texas, but he is not a plain old receiver.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Sampson standing at 6'1", 180 pounds. This wide receiver and core was questioned coming into this season without talented stud Zamari Manning, all-state receiver from a season ago. But Quest Truxton, pound for pound best player on this team. He's more than showed up this season. And you get contributions from freshmen like Sampson, a sophomore in VZ who has an expanded role, and also Josh Smith as well. And they've been much better than advertised. Maciel, high end over end kick. This one, his longest of the night, is going to be taken at the 15-yard line, and getting nowhere that time was Daggett. A nice tackle around the ankles on the special teams by one of the Kahanui twins. That one, Trevin.
Return goes to the 21-yard line.
Trevin and his brother Melvin, the freshman out of Kaiser in Honolulu. Kahuna Nui. Trevin actually got moved to the offensive side of the ball this week with all the issues in the backfield for the Rustlers. So Trevin may get some carries here tonight, but that time he was there making the stop on special teams, and we thought we may see it, and here it comes, a quarterback change for the Pirates. Brandon Jones, the freshman out of Bakersfield Christian, is into the game, and here's a give, and it goes up the middle, and a nice run there that time. Breaking tackles there was Martin. Actually, check that, I misspoke. Gangy is still in there, so no Brandon Jones yet. Gangy, low snap. They keep it on the ground, and finding a crease and getting it to the second level once again is Martin, so he's running hard. He gets it ahead to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough for another first down. So a 1st and 10 for the Pirates after that pickup of 10. Going left to right here in this second quarter. 10:40 left, first half action here from LeBard Stadium. Low snap for Gangy, rolling near side, throws it near side, has a man caught tiptoeing the sideline. Inside Rustler territory is Nick Rodriguez as he dots the I at the 37-yard line.
And that's just great feet work right there.
Goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
That catch would have been good in any league as he was able to get both feet in bounds. Gangy takes the snap, he hands it off. And trying to go off right guard this time was Martin, but he was swallowed up. Damon Roberts there along with fellow defensive end Justin Stewart. Getting up off the bottom of that pile was Bobby Orlano for the Rustlers. As we approach 10 to play here. First half, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. 2nd down and 8, call it, from the 35-yard line. Here's Martin once again. They go off left guard, and there's a flag that comes in. And there's also a Rustler down on the turf, and that's Orlano.
33-yard line. There is a flag on the field.
Chop block, number 72 and 57. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So Josh Mantle and Jake Coleman, the center and the right tackle, call for a chop block there as the defensive tackle, Bobby Orlano, we believe he was the victim of that. And you heard they called 2 numbers there, and the rule there is if you're engaged, if an offensive lineman is engaged with a defender, then a teammate cannot come low and try to take that defender out, and that appears to be the case with the chop block call there, but there is a timeout here on the field as they attend to Orlando. In case you missed it, it's been all Rustlers here in this first half. They lead it 27-0. 10:02 remaining here in this second quarter. Rahshaun Haylock here alongside Sebastian Spencer as Orlando is brought to his feet, and he's going to have help from a couple of teammates to the far sideline. But those of you that are watching, you can see he's not trying to put any pressure on that left foot whatsoever as he's hopping to the sideline on his right foot. So he'll get attended to. That could be a big blow for this Rustler defense. He's been pretty stout on that defensive line for the Rustlers here this season. A defensive line that has been a lot better than advertised. So Pirates will have it at midfield as Ganji takes the snap, delivers it. Far side, he had Pride there in the slot. Turns it upfield, he gets it ahead to the 40, back inside of Rustler territory. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 13. 9:35 to play. Ganji takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, delivers it in the slot, pass caught inside the 20 and tackled around the ankles was the wide receiver Motley.
Ganji completes the pass to number 18, CJ Pride.
Check that CJ Pride there on the reception. But it's a 1st down for the Pirates as Pride was taken down at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Pirates. Ganji takes the snap, belt high, delivers it in the flat, and it's going to be caught and get nowhere that time is Joey Word. Word across the 15. He may have picked up a couple there, but it's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Pirates, 2nd and 8, as we're under 9 to play here in this second quarter. Pirates in their white tops, white bottoms, black numbers that bleed into orange, black helmets. As Ganji takes the snap, delivers far side, has a man wide open, and it's man as he tried to spin. He was pushed out of bounds.
Jake Mann goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And he'll be marked out at the 2-yard line. It's going to bring up a 1st down and goal as Tejeda there pushed him. As the Pirates try to get on the board for the first time here tonight. 1st and goal from the 2. They fake the handoff. Ganji's going to take it off the far side, and he scampers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ventura.
And that's just a great play right there, and that's been the closest they've been to the end zone all night.
They've been running that zone read all night, and Ganji hasn't really kept it much, but he does there, and he gets the Pirates on the board for the first time tonight. And it comes with 8:18 left in this first half. Ganji stays in there to hold. Lansky to attempt the point after. It's up and it is through. So with 8:18 left in this first half, the Pirates get on the board for the first time tonight, but they trail at 27-17 as you're listening to and watching Golden West Rustlers football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Scores around Southern California. Hancock on top of Long Beach City, 17-0 in the second quarter. Wow. Of course, Fullerton in action here tonight. Of course, you can hear and watch that game right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Mount Sac visited Grossmont earlier today. Coming up at the half, we're efforting an interview with Dominic Kane, tailback for the Rustlers. We'll go over the happenings in the SCFA so far here on this second Saturday in October, and also recap last night's action in high school football as Lansky puts ball on the tee, and the kickoff is going to be dropped and scooped up at the 5-yard line. Having some space now is Veazey at the 30-yard line. He's tackled, the ball comes out, and whistle was blown. They say Veazey was down by contact. So no fumble there. So Veazey, after the muff, he's able to get it all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Rustlers.
You got to think right now, Rahshaun, with this high-octane offense that everyone talked about for Ventura coming in, they're about 30 points off of their average, while Golden West is sitting on theirs right now at 27.
We have a new quarterback, Nick Stenard, in for the first time tonight. His first pass is a completion to the far sideline.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, pick up a 5 there for the Rustlers. Going to bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Stenard. Remember, he was in the game last week during that controversial non-touchdown call for the Rustlers. Back in there, quarterback here tonight, delivers it in the flat. Pass is going to be caught by Andrew Smith. He's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag on the play. Stenard, if you remember last week, dove in on the quarterback sneak. He reached the ball out. It appeared to go beyond the goal line.
Holding, number 85, 10 yards from the end of the run. Remains 2nd down.
And it's a holding foul called against the Rustlers. Robert Torres, the wide receiver, the guilty culprit. But if you remember, it appeared that Stenard had broken the plane with the football last week. Instead, they ruled it a fumble as the ball was batted away from his grasp. Thomas Kletcher picked it up and returned it 97 yards for a score for Fullerton. Stenard takes the snap, delivers it near side. Pass going to be caught, a juggling catch on the near sideline. Did he have control of the football? Ventura College coaches are trying to say no, and they correct. Let's take a look at the replay here. As Torres, you see him juggling it. I don't know, it looked like he may have had it secure in that outside hand, but they rule it incomplete on the field. Of course, the officials down below don't have the benefit of replay as we do here. Credit Ed Ford on the controls. So Torres almost made up for that hold with a 1st down conversion. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Rustlers. Ventura showing blitz. Stenard in there with 1 back and a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start.
5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So they call a false start on number 61. That's the center, Christian Shear. So there must have been some type of ball and snap infraction there. So a 3rd and even longer for the Rustlers. 3rd and forever. Stenard takes the snap, belt high, pressure coming, tries to escape, rolling to his right, tries to break a tackle, but he's sacked in the backfield. A huge loss on the play. There's that number 81 guy again who we don't have a number for on our roster. But picks up the sack there for a huge loss.
9-yard line, 4th down.
And let's see, that's Ioware Soley in there, number 81. We have him on our roster as number 92. But he's wearing number 81 here tonight. So standing on his own end zone is going to be Maciel. Pressure coming. Maciel gets the punt away. Ball's going to take a Rustler bounce and dribbles across midfield, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Ventura. But it's a 20-point ball game, 6.5 to play here in this first half, but by no means can these Rustlers rest on their laurels. This is a team in Ventura that averages 44 points per game. But as far as time possession goes, they only maintain the ball for 27 minutes per game. So this is a team that can score in bunches, and they can score in a hurry, Sebastian.
Exactly. And see, the thing about that is Ventura has had the ball countless amount of times. Golden West is just scoring very quickly as soon as they get the ball.
They've had their chances. Here's a quick pass in the flat. out to the wide receiver Cam Taylor, who scurries up the near sideline. He's pushed out there by Ojalabi across midfield and out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Golden West, going left to right here in this second quarter. Pirates get a score here, can make things very interesting. Word is the lone back. Ganji takes the snap, play fake, looking up the middle, pass deflected, caught, intercepted by the Rustlers.
Interception. Brought in by number 20.
Johnny Johnson with the pick off the tip drill once again. Let's take another look for those of you watching here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Take over the 22-yard line. First down
And now was deflected there, and Johnny Johnson with the nice diving interception. And the Rustlers take it over. First down and 10, another tip drill, Sebastian.
It seems like that is the story for tonight. Johnson with the great play, staying focused on that.
That's now 17 interceptions on the season for this Rustler defense. Stenard with a quick pass out to the far side. And picking up a minimal gain out there is VC. That's 17 interceptions by the defense. Is the tops in Southern California. We talked about how this is a ball-hawking defense. They showed it there once again. So Ganji has been picked off twice tonight. The Rustlers had 2 picks that they dropped that won't go in the box score when you check it tomorrow. Here's the pass thrown out near side to Truxton. Truxton with a jitterbug move here on the near side. He's going to be taken down by the linebacker, Owens.
Holding, number 77. 10 yards, still second down.
The left tackle, Chris Alvarez, the guilty culprit once again for holding. So it's been a battle between Alvarez and now on that left side. Alvarez, of course, had the upper hand as he's been there all season. Now just got converted from the defensive side a week ago because they were so short-handed on the offensive line because of injuries. Now got the start last week. Was scheduled to get the start tonight, but here's Alvarez in there, and we've heard his name a couple of times tonight. Whenever you hear names of the offensive linemen, normally not a good thing, as another flag comes in, as 3 of the Ventura defensive linemen stormed in the backfield before the ball was even snapped by Christian Shears. They're pleading their case. Shane Smith will let us know in a second.
False start, number 65, 5-yard penalty, second down.
So they get Christian Rodriguez. And this is a team that has been heavily penalized this season in Golden West. Most of them have been 15 yards in the form of unsportsmanlike. You don't normally see this many mental mistakes like false starts, but we've seen our fair share here tonight. Stenard in there at quarterback, has one back, throws it in the flat. That's Hills, and he drops it. Ball hit him right in the fingertips, and it fell right to the turf. So we've seen a lack of concentration from this offense now on consecutive possessions.
Yeah, definitely. It's been some ups and downs for them thus far for this whole game. They played good sometimes, and they played a little bit on the downside with the mental mistakes and the flags, as we talked about.
This is definitely not a team that can rest on its laurels, as we mentioned earlier. Ventura, a team that can score a lot and can score in a hurry. Stenard out of the pistol. They put it on the ground. Here's Hills getting the carry off right guard.
Hills carries the ball to the 15-yard
and he
line.
gets it ahead to the 15-yard line. It's going to be a tackle there made by McIntyre, the linebacker, but it brings up a 4th down. So Russell's offense got a gift in the form of an interception, as they got the ball right back, but here they are going to give the ball right back to Ventura, and 4 minutes and 19 seconds is more than enough time for this offense to do some damage. Maciel standing in his own end zone. Back to receive the kick, standing on the opposite side of the 50 is Daggett. Here's the snap, pressure coming up the middle. Daggett runs under it at the 45-yard line, nearly ran into his own man, spins right into a Rustler special teamer. And that was our man Keeler once again on the special teams stop for Golden West.
And as great as Golden West has played, They're giving Ventura a lot of chances in this game.
They are. And one thing you can say, Ventura certainly had their chances, Sebastian. Even before this game, got up to a 3-possession or 4-possession lead for the Rustlers. The Pirates had their chances, but of course a couple of turnovers by this Rustler defense have helped. Here's the snap, and they hand it off on this near side, and that's Word, and there's a new quarterback in the game for the Pirates. Really this time, we jumped the gun a couple of possessions ago, but Brandon Jones, the 6'2", 205-pound freshman out of Bakersfield Christian, is in there. He was the starter at the beginning of the season, and he and Ganji have kind of split reps since, and Ganji appeared to be taking over the reins last week, but here's Jones back in there again. He tries to scramble, but he gets nowhere. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line. Justin Stewart was there, also Frank Lariva.
Brandon Jones on the carry. Brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd down.
And Brandon Jones trying to make something happen right there. Just did not happen. That defense for Golden West is actually playing very good tonight.
Empty set. Got to watch quarterback draw here. Jones licking the scamper, but goes nowhere. Ball comes out as he's knocked down to the turf, but they mark him down. Credit Jamie Diaz with the sack. Jones was looking to get out of there in the empty set, but nice job by that front four being able to create some pressure. And another 3-and-out created here by this Golden West defense. Truxton will go back to receive the punt
for your Rustlers
on his own 10-yard line as Diorio, who's been a lot busier than he probably thought he would be tonight, is back in there. End over end kick. Truxton dekes the fair catch, and the ball goes over his head and dribbles into the end zone. The Rustlers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, going right to left.
1st and 10.
Golden West about a half away from the bye week. They'll be on a bye next week before returning to action and returning to Southern League play against Santa Ana right here at LeBard Stadium. That a 7 p.m. kickoff. So make a note of that. We've had a lot of 6 p.m. kickoffs this season, but that one will be at 7 p.m. And you can catch it right here on sportsnetusa.net. Tonight's game, the second of a 3-game homestand, if you will, for the Rustlers. Vance back in there at quarterback. Delivers it to the slot far side, nearly upended, but being able to maintain his balance on that far side is the wide receiver, Veazey. And he's able to get it ahead to the 23-yard line. So a pick up 3 there, short game for the Rustlers as the clock runs with under 2 to play here in this first half.
And Veazey continues his onslaught tonight. He's been very busy on the offensive end.
One back for Vance, ball far hash mark, 3 receivers to this near side. They hand it off, and getting the carry going up the gut is Kahuna Nui. We alluded to it earlier that he may get some carries here tonight. That one his first of the night, and he's able to pick up a gain of 6 there. Ahead to the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. Ventura going to take a timeout, their first charge timeout of the half. And it comes with 1:17 to play here in this first half. So Ventura hoping maybe they get a stop here and send the offense back out there.
1 minute, 21 seconds on the game clock. 1 minute, 21 seconds.
Shane Smith has asked for 4 seconds to be applied to the game clock. Wants 1:21 up there. But Coach Moose thinking, look, we get a stop here. Maybe we can give our offense a chance.
Definitely. One thing you don't want to have is Golden West get the upper hand by scoring another touchdown before you go into halftime.
We mentioned Ventura coming off a 60-point effort last week as they defeated their rival Moore Park, as Ventura has pretty much dominated
1 minute 21.
that rivalry for the better part of the last decade. They put up 31 in the second half, did the Pirates. 60 for the game. as they win that one last week. This is a team that could put up a lot of numbers. Josh Smith in there now at quarterback out of the pistol. On 3rd and 1, Smith takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, take it around the edge. He's going to pick up the first down and more as he lowers his shoulder and is able to run right through a Ventura defender. Coming up there from his defensive back spot was Eric Wilson Jr., and he felt the brunt of the big 6'3", 220-pound wide receiver / quarterback for the Rustlers. So that's enough for a first down. That pretty much quiets any thoughts of Ventura perhaps getting this ball back offensively, barring the unforeseen. Here's Vance delivering it far side, looking for Veazey. Goes right off of his hands and falls incomplete. On the coverage on that far side was Smith, a freshman out of Jacksonville, Florida. I tell you, the South is well represented on this Ventura roster. They raided the Atlanta area and also parts of Florida as well. If you take a look at their roster, littered with people from the southern part of the United States. 3 receivers to the far side for Vance. 1 to the near side. That's Sansom. Vance gives Sansom a signal as they go man across through the Pirates defensively. Vance delivers it over the middle to Truxton. Catches it, hits hard. And ball comes out and it's incomplete, but a big hit put on Truxton there by Wilson Jr. And that's tough. You don't see Truxton drop many, but he took a licking there, Sebastian.
Well, with good reason. Wilson Jr. lowered the boom on him.
So 54 seconds left, and I may have misspoke earlier. 3rd down and 10. May be an opportunity for the offense of Ventura to get the ball back here. Vance, 1 back to his right, 1 behind him. Takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket, delivers it. Far side pass going to be incomplete, broken up.
Vance's pass is incomplete.
Nice job there by Wilson Jr. Showing some range and batting that one away. Veazey was the intended receiver. But you got to appreciate that. Wilson showing some hops there, the freshman out of Maryland.
Wilson Jr. is all over the field tonight. First with the big hit on Truxton, then almost intercepts that ball right there.
He definitely put his stamp on that last possession for the Rustlers. So enter Maciel to punt it. 47 seconds left in this half. And Daggett will go back to receive it. Standing on his own 26-yard line is the defensive back end returner for the Pirates. High spiral kick. Daggett back pedals. Catches at the 25. Has a crease at the 30. Crawls forward across the 40. And just shy of the 45-yard line, they mark him down at the 43. And Daggett is slow to get up. Not sure if he's hurt or his feelings are hurt because he saw a lot of green in front of him and thought he could have went the distance. A little limp there, right? A little limp.
Yeah, I think Daggett was hurt more by the fact that he couldn't keep going.
Right? So 36 seconds left in nice field position. And the field goal kicker, Lansky, he's 5 of 5, perfect on the season. He was 3 of 3 last week. His longest is 41. His range is about 45, we're told. Jones in there at quarterback, rolls near side, pass thrown and a little out on this near sideline by Taylor. He's pushed out of bounds by Garcia, just shy of midfield, but he picks up 5 there, brings up a 2nd down and 5. So Jones will try to get this offense downfield and put a couple of more points on the board for Ventura. 30 seconds to play, ball near hash mark. Jones takes the snap, pressure coming, backside, and Justin Stewart is going to sack the freshman quarterback. And a timeout taken.
Jones is sacked on the play
by Ventura, their 2nd charge timeout. They have 1 remaining, 21 seconds left in this first half. Stewart virtually came in untouched there.
He did, and that's a great play right there, forcing Ventura to take the time out there.
Number 5's helmet came off. That's a 10-second runoff, but Ventura has chose to take a timeout, so there'll be no 10-second runoff. Please put 25 seconds on the game clock.
So Jones' helmet came off in the process, and that, as Shane Smith, our white hat, so eloquently announced there, that would equate it to a 10-second runoff. But instead of taking the runoff, they elected to call a timeout, but because Jones's helmet came off, he has to be out for at least one play, regardless if they take the timeout or not. So Ganji will be back in there as they put 25 seconds on the clock. So they add a couple of more ticks for the Pirates as they huddle on this near sideline. Effort in an interview at the half with Dominic Kane, the injured tailback for the Rustlers. Remember, he had a couple of big carries last week and was very instrumental. And the Rustlers come from behind win against Fullerton a week ago, actually. So we're hoping he can find some time and join us up here at the half. We'll recap some of the action in the SCFA on this Saturday, and also last night's action in high school football. Couple of upsets down here in Orange County. Servite coming up with a big win over Jay Sayre. Here's Ganji, low snap, steps up in the pocket, throws it. Pass is going to be caught by the tailback Martin. He gets it across midfield, and he may have enough for a first down. Let's see.
Ganji's pass complete.
Looks like it is enough for a first down. Ventura fans screaming up here at us in the box to
Martin
stop
with
the clock.
reception.
We're not running the clock, sir.
Down to the 48-yard line, first down.
So it is a first down. Ganji will hustle the Pirates offense to the line of scrimmage, and he
Ganji
spikes the ball.
football. Second down.
So there will be 12 seconds left with the Pirates trailing by 20 here. Ganji, it looks like, will stay in. (27-17) our score here at LeBard.
And Coach Moose trying to get something going with his offensive unit here between Ganji and Jones.
Ball near hash mark. Ganji takes the snap, roll far side, throws it on the run. This one incomplete, throws it out of bounds.
Ganji's pass falls incomplete. Third down.
Showing some range over there was Johnson once again. He was in the vicinity and nearly could have picked that one off, but it was thrown well out of bounds. 7 seconds left. So potentially the last play of the half. Low snap. Ganji takes it knee high. He's going to throw it far side. Johnson jumps up. He picks it off. Johnson has some space far sideline outside the numbers at the 40. Johnson at midfield going to cut it across the middle. Now cuts it back outside, and he's tripped up inside the 35-yard line. And that's how we're going to end this half. So Johnson,
Your Rustlers are in the lead.
with his second interception of the night, third interception for this Rustler defense in the game, 18th of the season. But it's of little consequence, that one at least. The Rustlers will, however, get the ball to start the second half as they deferred after winning the kickoff. 27-7, Rustlers lead Sebastian, and solid first half for these Rustlers. There was some sloppiness. If you're Coach Mitchell, how do you address that?
You just want to talk about not making too many mistakes, keeping your foot on the gas pedal, making sure that you put this team away. High-octane offense, as we talked about, 44 points a game. If they wanted to come back into this game and take away from their mistakes, they definitely can do that. But I tell you what, the Pirates better be happy that Johnson didn't take that one to the house right there.
He nearly could have. It looked like he had a wall on that far sideline. But he was just tripped up inside the 35. So, our score at the half, Golden West 27, Ventura 7. We'll step aside. Halftime here at LeBard Stadium. Plenty of action for you on the halftime show. Golden West Rustler football. You're listening to it and watching it right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock here with you. Golden West football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. An exciting first half here for the Rustlers as they pretty much held this high-powered Ventura offense to next to nothing. They totaled just 7 points in this first half, and the Rustler offense has done quite well as they put up a 27 spot. Joined now here at the half by talented tailback Dominique Kane, 5'10", 205-pound freshman out of Fountain Valley. Not in action this week. We talked about it throughout the last couple of weeks. Some of the injuries in the offensive backfield for the Rustlers. Unfortunately, Kane, the most recent one to fall to injury.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate you for taking some time and coming
it.
up here. I want to talk to you about last week, that win against Fullerton. You probably don't know this, but we do a dual broadcast. SportsNetUSA.net is also the home of Fullerton College football.
Mm-hmm.
So every week, myself as the Golden West broadcaster and then the Fullerton broadcasters, we do a broadcast. We do it all together.
Yeah.
They always have the bragging rights. I've been doing this for 7 years. Golden West has never beaten Fullerton.
Yeah.
But big win last week for you guys. What was that like coming up with such a huge win over a program like that?
Man, to be honest with you, it's a great feeling, I mean, especially with these guys, all of us put in hard work throughout the week, and we all just came in confident, and we put in work, and, we got the win. It was great for us, yeah.
Coach Mitchell said that he didn't tell you guys that the program had never beaten Fullerton until after the game. So you guys basically entered with no pressure, none of that. So once he broke the news to you, then what was the reaction?
It's pretty ecstatic, man. When you hear some news like that, it's kind of like, man, you go and hear about you being defeated back to back by this team, and then you come up and you show, you show them up, but you do it in good fashion, and everybody did a great job.
Dominique Kane, Golden West tailback, our guest here at the half. Now, you had a couple of huge runs that set up some scores for you guys last week. It seemed like you came in, you provided a little extra bit of energy. Didn't get a bunch of carries, but the carries you had, man, were they impactful last week. What's your mindset when you go in there carrying the ball? So a lot of you guys are getting carries.
I just try to stay clear-minded. I know a lot of people try to go in there and, go in either angry or they go in scared. I always try to go in clear-minded, just knowing what I'm going to do and hit the hole hard, and just keep going forward. So let's push forward.
Dominique Kane, our guest here at the half. There was that one run where you took it up the far sideline. I thought you were going to get inside the end zone, though. What happened, man?
I don't know, man. I guess I'm just not fast enough, man. It was a good run. I was excited. It was great, yeah.
You went to Fountain Valley.
Yeah.
Did you play for Coach Fenton
I
there?
did play. Yes, I did play for Coach Fenton.
So he took over the Line 6 thing over there to Fountain Valley as well. Explain to the people at home listening that whole Line 6 philosophy.
Man, Line 6, it just means family. Family. I got your 6, something. I don't know if it's a universal term, but, I got your 6, I got your back. You're my brother, I'm your brother, and I'll always be there for you. That's something he implemented into us early on as soon as he came in, And
it's a poem, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then the 6th line is a team and a family or
family.
something of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Nice. You guys' big rivals are Edison.
Yeah.
What was that like playing? That's a big game out here. You guys play for that bell?
Yeah.
What take me back to some of those matchups.
I
know it's kind of tough for you.
Yeah, that was compared to us in Fullerton, man, that was kind of like the same thing, But I really thought we would go in and do great, but just things happen, and you really can't just recollect on the past, and we all did our part, and everybody did a good job. So
you're here now at Golden West.
Yeah.
I mean, what brought you here? What attracted you to be here and Coach Mitchell?
Other than being near home, I know it's a great program. It's great coaches. Everybody does their job. Everybody does their job well, and they treat their players good. My coach, Coach Fernandez, and Coach Mitchell, all those guys, nothing but love from all of them. So they're all great coaches.
Yeah, Coach Twin Fernandez, of course, the running backs coach for the Rustlers. It's a unique situation, though, where every game is a road game, essentially, for you. I mean, every week you guys are getting on the bus. How challenging is that?
To be honest with you, I've gotten used to it. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have gotten used to it now. But yeah, It's not really a big challenge, I say.
Let's talk about this one. What's the vibe like down there on the sideline?
Oh, it's
tonight?
a good vibe.
I mean, you guys, you come out, you punch them right in
Yeah.
the mouth. What's the energy like down there?
Oh, it's crazy, man. You know, you got everybody stoked. You get a touchdown, everybody's happy. You get another touchdown, everybody's going crazy, you know. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff when you have the fans cheering you on, you have your sideline cheering you on. I know the feeling on the field. It's always good to have, you know, support from the side.
And what about the player defense? They have 18 interceptions now on the season,
God.
which is the tops in Southern
Yeah.
California. No one's better
Yeah.
in terms of intercepting the ball than this defense. What's that like knowing as an offense, you know, your defense definitely is capable of going right back out there and getting the ball back for you?
They got my back, man. They got our back. That's the great feeling, you know, when you go out there and, you know, we mess up, they got our back. We go out there, we do our job, they do their job. That's true family and support right there, yeah.
This has turned into maybe an unexpected season. I know a lot of people didn't see you guys at 5-0 at this point of the season. How surprising is it in that locker room? I mean, what's the talk like in that locker room? I mean, I'm sure you guys feel like you got something to prove, but what was this expected? Did you guys feel like at this point in the season you could be 5-0?
To be honest, personally, I know my team could definitely pull amazing things off, and being 5-0 is definitely one of them. Being 6-0 is definitely one of them. You know, we pull it together through as a one unit, and yeah, you know, going inside the locker room and seeing those fellas there, we're a humble group. You know, we go inside and we try to humble ourselves. Even if the score is high, I always try to humble ourselves. That's one thing we try to do.
Our last thing for you before I let you go. Appreciate you taking the time. Dominique Kane joining us here at the half. Take us inside the locker room right now. You guys are up 27-7. What's Coach Fernandez saying to the running backs, and what's the message from Coach Mitchell to the overall group?
Man, you know, we're going to go in there, and Coach Fernandez is going to gather us up. He's definitely telling them right now, keep your head in the game, read the holes, make sure you protect. Got to protect that quarterback. See the blitzes. Definitely always got to see the blitzes, call those out, and then two hands on the ball through the hole, and then always hold on to the ball, you know, and rush hard, run hard. And then Coach Mitchell, he's just going to be the man to set the plan and tell us keep going and keep fighting.
I lied. One thing. Who is the biggest character on this team? Like, who is the guy that just gets everybody just, you know, wild guy cracking the jokes, maybe a prankster? Who's somebody everybody can count on for a good time?
Philip Hong.
Phil,
yeah. Phil gets going, man. He's got a good motor, but all of us got a great motor. But that guy, he gets out there and he's loud. So
he gets it going.
Yeah, he gets it going.
That's not Phil Hong, one of the sophomore captains on this team, talented linebacker. Dominique Kane, injured tailback, joining us here at the half. He's out of the lineup with a knee injury, but obviously our thoughts and prayers with you as, you know, your upcoming MRI and tests and stuff are coming up. Definitely we'll be thinking about you and keeping you in our prayers. But definitely appreciate you for joining us here
Thank you,
at
man.
the
I
half.
appreciate it.
Dominique Kane joining us here at the half. Halftime here at LeBard Stadium. Golden West on top, 27-7. Welcome back to LeBard Stadium. Both teams getting ready to take the field for the second half. But before that, let's update you on what's going on in Rustler Athletics. Coming up on Tuesday, men's soccer is at Irvine Valley at 3 p.m., while women's soccer travels to Santa Ana at 3 p.m. Wednesday, volleyball versus Cypress at 6 p.m. Thursday, women's water polo versus American River at 6 p.m. And Friday, it'll be cross country at the Mount Sac Invitational at 9 a.m. That's your update in Rustlers Athletics. Of course, you can catch all that information online as well at gwcathletics.com. 27-7 our score. 11 first downs for Ventura in that first half. Just 7 for the Rustlers, Sebastian. Their offense has been able to move the sticks, but no really many points to show for it.
Yeah, I think it was more big plays than anything.
Yeah.
That's why you're not seeing too many first downs from the Rustlers. But it looks like they have a chance to right those wrongs that they had in the first half, and we can see right now that they're fired up on the Ventura side, and they have a little bit of pride as well, being the top offense, and I'm sure they're going to come out firing away.
Well, they need to be. Truxton is going to receive the kickoff 8 yards deep in his own end zone. He's going to run it out at the 10-yard line outside the numbers. A stiff form just shy of the 20-yard line, and he's marked out at the 18, and a late flag comes in from that far sideline.
19-yard line.
Yeah, tempers flaring over there on the sideline with these two teams.
We're waiting for Mr. Shane Smith, our white hat tonight, to give us the penalty call. Truxton actually mark him out at the, let's see, it's at the 19, but looks like this one could be moved up a bit. It looks like they may have.
Ball, personal foul number 26, 15-yard penalty against Ventura, first down.
So that goes against Dante Doris on special teams for Ventura, so a 15-yard penalty. So even better field position for the Rustlers. What would you like to see from them in this second half?
Yeah, the Rustlers, I just want to see them clean up a lot of their mistakes that they had. They could probably be up by a lot more than just 20 if you eliminate some of the mistakes that they have. And the woes continue for the Pirates as they get that 15-yard penalty right there.
Kind of shooting themselves in the football. Far hash mark. Vance out of the pistol. They're going to hand it off. First play of this second half is a run play for the Rustlers, and coming off the edge and getting it up to the 40 is a Kangway. And he's taken down there by the big defensive lineman for, or linebacker rather, Dante Bland, 6'2", 256-pound freshman out of Dayton, Ohio. So Bland in there at a linebacker for Ventura to start this second half. Vance in there at quarterback for the Rustlers on 2nd down and 4. Ball near hash mark, going right to left for the Rustlers here in this third quarter. They give it to a Kangway again. He cuts it back up the middle, and he gets close to the first down marker. He's going to be shy, about a yard shy, after that pickup of 3.
And, you know, it looks like this Golden West team might want to ride the tails of Sampson. You know, he's been playing really great today between Hills and the Kangway. They've been trying to get something going with the running game.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be too much there right now.
Kahuna Nui got a carry as well, and about 3 flags come in, so there's going to be
12 men on the field against the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Wow. And that's the stuff that you can't have, right?
We just talked about this, penalties. They continue to stack up for the Pirates right now.
They're effort penalties, and they're also concentrational penalties. And this is just a lack of focus here on the part of Ventura. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Estem lined up in there at a tight end. Last time we saw this formation, they tried to come back to this near side. Vance takes the snap. He hands it off to a Kangway, slips a tackle, runs it to his own man, but is able to shiver his way up to the second level across the 45-yard line before being taken down there by Bland. Also, Zavala was there as a Kangway gets it up to the 44-yard line.
And the Kangway got free there. Gave him a little extra push.
3 wide receivers for the Rustlers. Truxton in the slot to the far side. Ball near hash mark. Vance takes the snap. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Vance delivers it. Passes. Caught. Oh, what a grab. Jockeying for position there that time was Jordan Vesey, as he had Smith draped all over him, and he's able to make the catch. Those of you at home, take a look at the replay if you're watching. A little post pattern here, and Smith was all over him, but a nice job to get himself right inside the defender and come up with the catch there. That time was Vesey, and the Rustlers are deeper inside Ventura territory.
Vesey just grabbed that and said, "I'll take that, excuse me."
Grown man game right there by Jordan Vesey, the sophomore out of Gadsden, Alabama. Vance looking to check the play at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 4, 3, 2. A Kangway in there, moves to the opposite side of Vance. Quick slant pass thrown by Sansom, caught. And there's a flag that comes in late as the defender was draped all over Sansom that time on a quick slant. And that was Dre Jackson. So we're waiting for the word from our white hat.
Pass interference, number 2. Spot on the foul, 1st and 10.
You see that pass interference there on Dre Jackson for the Pirates.
So they bring Josh Smith, the wide receiver, in there to line up at quarterback. 2 wide receivers, 1 back for Smith in the pistol. And they're going to hand it off. That's Ojalabi. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Continues to push, going upfield across the 5. Still on his feet. Finally taken down at the 3-yard line. How about maximum effort there by the tailback and those big uglies up front who continue to push him.
That's the example of what you want guys to do once you get inside. You want them to take you to the end zone.
Ojalabi, we were told, will be in there conditionally. This is also splits time as a linebacker, but he rushed for over 1,000 yards at nearby Western High School. He stays in there to the right of Smith, ball near hash mark on 2nd down and 2 from the 3. Smith on a low snap. He's going to take it and get it around the edge. Uses his speed to get inside the end zone. Touchdown, Rustlers. But there is a flag on the play, and Smith was a little slow to get up, but he pops right back up to his feet. However, there was a flag. Here's Shane Smith.
Holding, number 8, 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
And there's your man, Jordan Veazey. They get him with a hold on the outside.
Jordan Veazey gets the hold right there. He's done everything great so
Everything
far tonight,
right.
so he had to get one break.
So Veazey will split out to the far side at the top of your screen if you're watching us here on SportsNetUSA.net. 1 receiver to the near side, and that's Truxton to the bottom of your screen. Smith still in there at quarterback. 2nd down and 11 as they keep it on the ground, trying to get around the edge and going nowhere is the tailback Hills. And coming up from the secondary, making that stop was Wilson Jr. He also had some help from McIntyre, the linebacker. And so we've seen this earlier tonight, Sebastian. You get it deep inside Ventura territory, and you continue to push yourselves back with penalties. There was a penalty there by Veazey, and then this run went for a loss of about 9.
Exactly what we talked about coming out from the half. You got to eliminate those penalties, and you see Wilson Jr. there made an impact late in the first half, doing the same thing here.
So Vance in there on a 3rd and long. They go a swing pass out to the far side, and the ball is out.
Vance and Hills complete on the pass.
As Hills carried that, he lost the ball at the end of the play.
At the 13-yard
A
line.
flag comes
Flag
in.
down on the field.
It's going to be a hold against the Rustlers. This one looks to be declined by the Pirates. Looked like the Rustlers recovered that fumble.
And the Rustlers, with another play there, where it just shows a little bit of the inconsistency tonight.
That penalty is declined. 4th down.
That's Veazey again.
You know, as good of a player as Veazey is, he's kind of been hurting them a little bit with these penalties early in the second half.
So Maciel will come in to attempt a field goal. This one going to be from 30 yards. Ball on the far hash mark. Here's the snap, and looks like there was some movement on front, both by the Rustlers and the Pirates.
It looks like that might have been on Wilson Jr. Let's see what they say.
Offsides, number 7.
And it is Wilson
5-yard
Jr.
penalty. 4th down.
You know, and then you give these guys 5 more yards here. You know, so the Rustlers, Rahshaun, started going in for the touchdown at the 8. Come back.
So I have it 4th down at the 8-yard line. It's not a goal-to-goal situation, but Maciel stays in there to attempt a 25-yarder. Truxton to hold it. It's a low snap. Maciel's kick is a squiggly one. It's up and
The field goal
through.
is good.
It was like a knuckleball. And some pushing and shoving after.
Number 18, 10-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Wow. So you wipe the 3 off the board. It's a holding against the Rustlers. So Maciel will try to do it again, and that could be problematic. We saw him make an extra point earlier on. Kicking issues have been present all season long for these Rustlers, Sebastian.
And then you go 10 yards back on that penalty. You know, and that last kick, like you said, was kind of wobbly there. He was a little closer in range, so we'll see what he can do this time.
So Maciel will try this one from 35. Truxton to hold, the snap. The hold is down, the kick is up, and this one is good. And there's a flag on the play as they look to be running into the kicker that time. I didn't see Maciel hit the turf.
5-yard running into the kicker against the defense. That penalty declined. Result of the play is the field goal is good.
So Rustlers will decline the penalty, make it 30-7. As they extend their lead with 9:21 remaining here in this third quarter, as the roughing the kicker is just a 5-yard penalty. Had it been, or running into the kicker was just a 5-yard penalty. Had it been roughing the kicker and a personal foul, it could have been an automatic first down, and that would have gave Coach Mitchell and company something to think about. Golden West Rustlers football right here on SportsNetUSA.net is brought to you by 9:21 to play here in this third quarter. Rahshaun, Haylock, Sebastian, Spencer here with you. Ed Ford manning the controls on this second Saturday in October, as the Rustlers step out of league play tonight to take on this very vaunted Ventura offense. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be taken by Dockett. He's going to be tripped up at the 20-yard line, and he falls forward to about the 25. Nice job on the special teams there by Will Telemai Val. And we got an upset brewing here on SportsNetUSA.net. No, not this one, but Fullerton on top of Riverside by 18. That one in the second half. 38-20 the score there. So the Hornets looking to bounce back after consecutive losses, including one at the hands of your Rustlers here last week. That would set the entire JC football landscape on fire if the Hornets are able to hold on. As here's a pass complete to Pride, and Pride is able to get it ahead.
Goes down the 33-yard line.
10 minutes left in the quarter out there in Yorba Linda. Here's the pass by Jones out to Harris on the near side. He reaches, gets enough for a first down, just shy of the 40-yard line. Elsewhere around the SCFA today, Santa Monica put a beating on Harbor, 61-36. Chafee all over Santa Ana, 56-35, and Mount Sac defeated Grossmont, a game you heard right here earlier on SportsNetUSA.net, 45-28. Deflection. This pass is going to be picked off. Tristan Green with the interception. Another tip drill interception. As we take a look at the replay, it was batted at the line of scrimmage. I think Justin Stewart may have hit that, number 17, the defensive end, and Green was able to dive for it. That Fullerton RCC game we talked to you about was, there's 10 minutes left in the third quarter in that one. 38-20 the score.
Tristan Green coming up with a big play there. This is
fourth interception of the night for this Rustler defense.
definitely, they're doing something right on that end.
Empty set for Vance. Maybe a home run ball here. No, instead he throws it short to nobody. He had three receivers on that far side, and he missed all three of them. It landed in between Veazey and Smith, Josh Smith on the far side, but nothing doing. as we're under 8.5 to play here, third quarter. Rustlers with it, 2nd down and 10 after the turnover at the Ventura 42-yard line. One back for Vance. Takes the snap, pressure coming, rolls out of the pocket near side. Now he's going to tuck it and try to run with it. Instead, he's going to be sacked by the linebacker, McIntyre.
Brought down at the 43-yard line.
So a loss of 1 there brings up a 3rd down and 11. And fans, we apologize for any inappropriate language you may have heard. We are directly next to the Ventura College coach's box, so some frustration on their part may have bled into your phones and tablets and computers, so we apologize for that. 7:50 to play here, third quarter. Ball near hash mark. Vance out of the gun, takes the snap, belt high, looking over the middle, pass caught. Sansom, he's hit immediately. No, they say incomplete as that ball popped out.
Pass falls incomplete.
So incomplete, we have a Pirate down.
Not 100% sure, but that looks like Dre Jackson down there.
He's laying on his back at the 24-yard line. But it was the defender against Sansom, and they both collided. And the defender was able to pop that ball out.
And it does happen to be Dre Jackson. It looked like he kind of intercepted that ball, and the impact of the hit made him drop it.
Play clock at 40 seconds. Play clock at 40 seconds, please.
$7:37 to play here, third quarter. Maciel will come in to punt on 4th down after that incompletion from Vance to Sampson. Daggett will go back to his own 10-yard line and wait for this one. High snap. Maciel puts boot to ball. It's a high end-over-end kick. Daggett's going to let it go over his head. It takes a bounce at the 10. At the 5, it rolls down to the 1, where it's down there by the Rustlers. But there are a couple of flags on the opposite side of the field near the 20-yard line. So we'll have to sort this one out.
Down at the 1-yard line.
Pretty sloppy play to start this second half on both sides.
And if you're the Pirates, you have to kind of get something going right now.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 23, Golden West. Dead ball, personal foul, number 18. Wipe it off. Result of play.
So Drake Keeler of Golden West and Malcolm Williams of Ventura, the guilty culprits. So those penalties will offset, and since they were dead ball fouls, the ball will remain inside the 1-yard line for the Pirates. Brandon Jones still in there at a quarterback for Ventura. 7:24 to play.
And the Pirates have to make something happen right now. Being down by this much going into the fourth quarter is not a good thing. It looks like another penalty. And that's going to be on
False start, number 25. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
DJ Martin in the backfield.
Martin, the freshman tailback, got a little antsy there. So they move it half the distance, so about 6 inches. Jones takes the snap, and he's just going to try to bull his way forward. Pirates looking for just some breathing room here as they're pinned deep inside their own zone after that gorgeous punt by Maciel.
Jones on the carry.
And Rahshaun, this drive right here is so important for the Pirates because you have to get something going at this point right now, going into the fourth.
Ball at the 2, Jones in the gun. They hand it off, and trying to pop it to the outside is Martin. He's going to be spun around and drugged to the turf by Ojalabi as he's able to pick up about 6 there, ahead to the 8-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and about 3 as they continue to push the tempo. They hand it off. Jones to Martin. There's going to be a penalty, however. It's going to be an offside penalty against the Rustlers, and then a late flag comes in at the end of the play, and it was Corey Garcia and Cam Taylor locking horns, and Garcia had a hand to the face mask, and it looked like they're going to get him for that. He was basically retaliating, and it's always the guy who retaliates is the one that's going to get called for the penalty.
That's usually how it always
White ball
goes.
foul, first of all, offsides, defense number 95. That penalty is going to be declined. After the play was over, dead ball. Personal foul, number 24, 15-yard penalty, foul.
So it was a prime opportunity to pin Ventura deep into their own zone. Ends up being a comedy of errors here for these Rustlers as the ball's up to the 30-yard line. The offside is declined, but they tackle on 15 to the run. Here's the tailback once again, breaking a couple of tackles at the 40, outside the numbers at midfield. Oh, what a stiff arm across the 40 and a flex from DJ Martin as he's finally pushed out of bounds. But a huge gain there, as just like that, the Pirates in this explosive offense that we have lauded all night picks up some more steam, and they're inside Rustler territory. As you take a look at the replay, that was an impressive stiff arm there by Martin. They give it to him once again. He tries to go off left guard and not nearly as successful as he maybe picks up one. Brings up a 2nd down.
36-yard line. 2nd down.
Ball at the Rustler 36-yard line. Going back to that stiff arm grown man game, Sebastian.
Yeah, Martin definitely showed the guy, you're in my way right now.
Right? Ludacris made a song about that. Jones with the handoff. Nearly another stiff arm there that time. It was Word, but Ojalabi holds on to him and gets him down to the turf for pickup of maybe 1 there. Brings up a 3rd down and call it 8. Jones in there in the gun. 4 wide receivers for the Pirates. Martin back in there at tailback. Jones takes the snap, belt high, steps up in the pocket, looking over the middle. Incomplete ball kicked. Oh, caught by man. End zone. Touchdown, Ventura. Wow. And now they call it incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
It looked like that ball was kicked by a Rustler defender into the hands of
Pass is incomplete. 4th down.
man, but they call it incomplete.
And that was probably the most bizarre play of the game.
So it brings up a 4th down. Unreal. Almost some good fortune going the way of the team in white tonight. Instead, it's going to be a 4th and 8. Jones, low snap, play fake, looking over the middle, has a receiver, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be Blake Smith.
Jones connects with Blake Smith.
Inside the 15 and marked down at the 14-yard line. So they pick up a 1st down on 4th and 8. And they continue to increase the tempo to the Pirates. Jones in the pistol. Play fake over the middle. Caught. End zone. Touchdown. Ventura. And that's Blake Smith once again. This one from 14 yards. Blake Smith, after a touchdown last week, comes up with another one here tonight. And it's now 30-13 as Lansky comes in to attempt a point after.
And Blake Smith changes the game for the better.
High snap. Ganji puts the hold down.
Extra point is good.
The kick is up and through. So 30-14 our score. And it's back to a 2-possession game here. And the Pirates tried earlier in the first half. They got close, but they've never been as close as 2 possessions since these Rustlers opened up a 3-possession lead earlier in this game tonight. So we'll see still plenty of time here for this offense. 4:21 to play, third quarter. Golden West 30, Ventura 14. As you're listening to Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And if you're the Pirates, you want to build off that energy that your offense just had right now. The defense has to come in and give the offense an opportunity to score.
Yeah, you have to. Not showing any quit. Definitely don't see very many sunken heads on this Ventura sideline. But they are attending to Dre Jackson here on this near sideline, so we'll keep an eye out for him. They appear to be applying some type of wrap underneath his shoulder pads here on the near sideline, so we'll see if he'll be able to give it a go once the defense returns to the field. Remember, he left last possession. Lansky puts boot to ball. VC going to backpedal, catches it over his shoulders in the end zone. He's going to bring it out the 10-yard line. Tries to cut back at the 20-yard line where he's tripped up, and they give him the forward progress to the 23. So the Rustlers, by no means, we've said it earlier, can't just try to milk this one and put this one away. They're going to have to continue to keep playing here.
Oh, well, they're going to have to play smart in order to win this game. Pirates are coming back on strong right now. You can tell they made some adjustments at halftime. And they look to take the upper hand in this game right now.
So Vance in the gun. He has Malcolm Smith to his right. Kahuna Nui to his left. Sends Smith in motion. Play fake. They deliver it out in the slot. That's Smith. He catches it outside the numbers at the 20. Tries to make a man miss. But a nice open field tackle made there at the 25-yard line by Tut.
Pass to Malcolm Smith. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Second down.
So a pickup of 3 there by Smith. And a beautiful tackle there made by Tut. Smith the speedster. They put him in motion once again out of the backfield. He lines up in the slot far side. Ball near hash mark. Play fake. Vance delivers it over the middle. Deflected. And in and out of the hands of a Ventura defender.
Vance's pass falls incomplete.
And that
Third down.
Dre Jackson.
was Jackson, who we just talked about. He's back in the game. But that ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. And it went in and out of the hands of Jackson. It's going to bring up a third down.
And he was just coming off the field hurt. I mean, what kind of tape are they using down there?
It's miracle tape is what it is. Smith in slot far side once again. Pressure coming. Vance steps up, throws it. He was looking for Sansom, threw it too high and incomplete. So the Ventura defense does its job. They force a 3 and out. And here comes the punting unit for Golden West with 3:33 to play here in this third quarter.
And that's exactly what we talked about, giving the offense a chance to get into their groove and be who they are.
Maybe Brandon Jones has perhaps provided a spark for this offense. Of course, the Rustlers helped them out a lot on that last possession with the defensive penalties. But a couple of big plays, Sebastian, as you noted, at the half. Here's the punt. It's in to Ventura territory, and it bounces right into the lap of Guy Giles Williams. And it's going to be down at the 41-yard line. So he didn't know where the ball was there that time. That one could have took a Golden West roll deeper into Pirate territory, but instead it'll be supreme field position for these Pirates. 3:27 left to play, third quarter. Still a whole bunch of time for this offense. Martin returns at tailback. Jones still in there at quarterback for the Pirates. 3 receivers near side, ball far hash mark. The give goes to Martin. A stutter step to the line of scrimmage, gets to the second level, and he runs through defenders across midfield ahead to the 48-yard line.
48-yard line. First down.
Pickup of 10 and another first down for these Pirates.
And they're riding the coattail right now of DJ Martin. He's playing some great football out there, looking and seeing the hole.
They were going with the tailback by committee, but Martin seems to have the hot hand now. He stumbles at the line of scrimmage as I say that, and he's going to pick up no game, but there is a flag coming from the far sideline.
Offsides, number 17, Golden West. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So an offsides against Justin Stewart, the defensive end.
The penalties continue to add up for Golden West. You're letting the Pirates back in the game when you do that every time.
2 receivers to each side, ball between the hash marks. Jones tells Martin, get from my right to my left. The tailback obliges. Martin takes the snap, looks over the middle, pass caught, plenty of running room. 40-yard line, tried to cut back inside, was the wide receiver, and taken down at the 35-yard line. Make that the 34 is man, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
34-yard line, first down.
And a 1st and 10 for the Pirates as they continue to move the sticks here. 2:29 to play, third quarter. Jones in the pistol, steps up to the line of scrimmage, appears to be changing the play. Takes the snap, they're going to go option, he pitches it to Martin. Martin with the crease on the far side, a burst across the 30-yard line before he's taken down at the 27.
Number 96 at Golden West.
And that's a good run there by Martin. Looks like he ran into one of his linemen there.
Tackle made there by Tristan Green. Sirachi's helmet popped off, so he has to come out for a play. Low snap. Jones is going to keep it on the far side outside the numbers at the 20. Breaks a tackle before being pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Jones on the carry. Goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
That was definitely a nice play drawn up there for Jones.
Joyce there with perhaps a touchdown-saving stop as he pushed the quarterback out of bounds. A new tailback in there for the Pirates. Here's Jones throwing it. Pass is deflected in the back of the end zone, and it falls incomplete. There are about 3 Rustlers there in the vicinity. The intended receiver, once again, was Blake Smith, who already has a touchdown tonight. He was looking for another.
And the good old tip drill was almost in effect again.
Nearly. We've seen that twice tonight. The Rustlers have been able to pick off passes off of the tip drill. Here's Jones. Low snap. They hand it off, and trying to get outside but finding no room is the tailback,
Martin on the carry.
Martin.
Spotted at the 15-yard line, 3rd down.
Jones takes the snap. Going to roll to this near side. Stops. Pressure coming. Now going to reverse field. Has a wall. Has a bunch of room. At the 20. At the 15. Stutter steps at the 10 before being pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Brought down at the 7-yard line. 4th down.
And the speed of Jones is definitely paying dividends for this Pirates offense right now.
Make that the 7-yard line, so it's going to be a 4th down and 1 from the 7. Jones steps up looking to be changing the play. He has one back to his left. He gives it to him, trying to get on the outside and falling forward for the 1st down.
Wilson Moore on the carry.
Is the tailback Moore.
5-yard line, 1st and goal.
He picks up a couple ahead to the 5. It's going to be a 1st down and goal for the Pirates as we're under 15 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. They take the snap and hand it off once again to Martin. Martin goes off the right side, and he gets it ahead to the 1-yard line.
Brought down the 1.
And that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
For the 3rd quarter, your Rustlers are in the lead, 30-14.
So after 3, it's Golden West 30, Ventura 14, as you're listening to and watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock here with you. Sebastian Spencer. Ed Ford manning the controls. Want to say Hello to my partner Andrew King, who's on the injured list tonight. The bye week couldn't come quick enough for Andrew, but wish you a speedy recovery, partner. And hopefully see you when the Rustlers play Santa Ana, 7 p.m. October 24th, right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Meanwhile, Sebastian, we talked about it earlier. This is a very dangerous offense. And they're right on the doorstep of making this potentially a one-possession game.
Well, what they did in that third quarter there was bring the run game. And that's exactly what DJ Martin is doing, and that's what you give yourself a chance to be a lot faster when you bring Brandon Jones in as well as your quarterback. So I feel like they have the momentum with them right now, and it's going to be up to Golden West to stop the momentum, but you also cannot help them by getting penalties as well.
They've certainly done that as the penalties have added up for the Rustlers here in this second half. A comedy of errors have contributed to this late run, if you will, here by the Pirates. Martin returns at tailback. Jones back in there at quarterback as they flip fields. Pirates will be going right to left here. Ball on the 1 yard line. They hand it off. Here's Martin, tries to get in the end zone. Stop, but the second effort is good. He crosses the plane, and it's a touchdown for the Pirates. $30 to 20 is our score. The card says you go for two here. And most definitely that offense is staying on the field. So this is a huge conversion here for Ventura. And also for this Rustler defense, as this can make it a one-possession game. Jones in there at quarterback. Two receivers to each side. Martin in there at tailback to the right of the quarterback. Low snap. Jones back to pass, has room, steps up, looking to throw, tucks it, going to try to run. It's a foot race between him and Hong. Hong pushes him out of bounds. Jones loses the ball, and it's a huge stop for this Rustler defense.
Score remains 30-20.
Maybe a little hesitation there by Jones. If he would have stuck to his guns and hit the afterburners, he probably could have found the end zone there, Sebastian.
Yeah, it looked like he definitely had a chance to complete that two-point conversion there. Instead, Golden West comes up with the stop.
A huge, huge stop there, because now you're looking at a two-possession game with the Rustlers hanging on to a 10-point lead. It could have easily been just an 8-point lead in a one-possession game, but the Rustlers defense holds its ground. 14:57 to play here as we're just underway in this fourth quarter. Rustlers 30, Pirates 20, right here on SportsNetUSA.net. So Ventura will be looking to kick it off here. And of course, Andrew probably thinking maybe a surprise onside kick here. If he were here, of course, that's what he'd be saying. What do you think, Sebastian? Surprise onside kick here?
I think that would be the best option for them, but it's a very gutsy call right now. But you don't have anything to lose. You're playing in another team's territory. Why not?
Lansky puts it on the tee at the 35. Truxton and Veazey back deep to receive. And it's going to be deep, a high end over end kick taken by Truxton at the 3-yard line. Truxton has it in between the hash marks, has a crease, gets it outside, tried to get it outside, but he was tripped up at about the 25-yard line.
Brought down at the 26-yard line. First and 10 Rustlers.
And in the vicinity was McIntyre, the linebacker. And also Williams, the safety, contributing on special teams for the Pirates. So here comes this Rustler offense who needs to do something. You got a feeling they're going to need to score a little bit more than just the 30 points that they have up on the board right now to at least feel a little secure about this. Here's Vance quickly out to Sansom. Sansom picks up a couple, but a nice tackle around the waist there by Wilson Jr., who came up from his safety spot.
And this is what it all comes down to, Rahshaun. If this Pirates defense can will Ventura back in the game.
Pickup of 3. They give it to Kangway. He tries to get around the edge. Kangway stutter steps, bounces off of the defender, crawls across the 30-yard line and ahead to the 32.
To the 31-yard line.
So a gain that would have been a huge loss. Kangway is able to turn it into a gain to set up a third down and about 4 for the Rustlers. The bowling ball out of Battleground, Washington, 5'9", 210-pound sophomore. 13:50 left on the game clock.
Battleground, Washington. He was meant to play football, wasn't he?
They fake the end around the Truxton. Vance tucks it, looking deep, has a man. It's VC. It's caught. VC going to be hit immediately and pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Ventura.
At the 40, 1st and 10 Rustlers.
Jordan Veazey with a great catch on the outside there.
Pickup of 25. Veazey made a nice adjustment as he had to come back to make that catch. But it was a huge first down and a huge conversion there by Vance, who was able to buy himself some extra time and make the completion downfield. 3 wides. Ball far hash mark. They send a man in motion. Vance delivers it near side, has Sansom. Sansom drops it at the 45-yard line. No whistle, and it's going to be scooped up by Wilson. And finally, a whistle comes in from the secondary. Wow. Unreal. So the head linesman here on the near side looked right at the play, saw the ball dribbling, did not blow his whistle, and it looked almost to be a scoop and score for the Pirates. Finally, a whistle came in from the secondary. We've seen that a lot tonight.
Well, you have a lot of late calls. Sansom with the incomplete pass there.
And it's not like, we'll get back to that point in a minute. Vance, low snap, he hands it off and pushed backwards is Hills. He has nowhere to go as the stop is made there by Jesse Lemonnier, freshman out of Miami. It's not like it's Division I or the NFL where sometimes you want to let those plays go because teams have the liberty of instant replay. You don't have that luxury here. So you got to blow the whistle.
Yeah, so you have to do the players a justice by making that call right away.
Pistol formation, Vance, play fake, pumps, looking in the seam for Smith, picked off. Interception. Ventura's going to take over. First down and 10,
Riddle
deep
touch.
in their own zone. And making that pick there was Tut.
Wow, what a big play for the Pirates in this game right now. Huge play.
You talked about it, Sebastian. You talked about it earlier, Sebastian, that momentum starting to go in favor of the visitors in white. Vance just left a little too much air under that one. Smith had leverage inside, but that ball's thrown more to the outside. Here's a pass out to the flat, trying to cut the corner is the tailback, Martin. And he's clotheslined near the 35-yard line and out of bounds.
It looked like that might have been a horse collar there.
Down to the 33-yard line. First down 10.
Actually, mark him down at the 33, pick up 18. They snap it quickly. It's Martin once again up the gut. Martin at the 40-yard line. A stop is made there by the Rustlers defensively, who appear to be on their heels here. Tristan Green with the stop.
And that interception by Tut got these Ventura fans out of their seat. They are definitely alive down there.
Ball at the 41-yard line of Ventura, going right to left, 2nd down and 2. Jones takes the snap, pressure coming. They set up a screen, pass is caught, man has it, escapes the initial hit, spins out of another across midfield, and down finally at the 47-yard line.
Pass to Jake Mann. Goes down at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
That was a great catch there by Mann with the Iron Man mentality, breaking the tackle.
They give it to Martin. He's going to be stopped in the backfield by Stewart.
Martin on the carry.
They actually
brought down by number 17, Justin
mark
Stewart.
him down at the line of scrimmage. But you see this pace picking up, and Ventura may be moving even quicker than they were earlier. You start to hear a chant of defense from the far sideline. That's the Golden West sideline and their fans, some of which are out of their seats. Low snap, Jones looking, steps up, passes, incomplete. Tejeda there coming up as Rustlers were in a cover 2 that time. Tejeda came over to make the play. Riley Smith, the intended receiver, and Smith looked like he batted that one out of the air, playing more of a defender there that time than actually a receiver trying to possess the ball, as he saw Tejeda came over, who had a pretty good angle.
Riley Smith was already wearing a knee brace, and it looks like he has a coach attending to him now.
Here's Jones. Pressure coming. Jones is going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Damon Roberts.
Sacked on the play by number 18.
He had some help in Frank Lariva.
4th down.
But Roberts with a big sack on 3rd down is going to bring up a 4th down for Ventura. And they're going to punt it away, as we're under 10.5 to play here in this 4th quarter. Big sack by Roberts. Another one of the sack artists on this defensive line for the Rustlers.
Truxton now to return the punt for Golden West.
And if there was ever a time you felt like you needed a big play from number 1, that time is now. He goes back to receive the punt at his own 10-yard line. Diorio.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Will be in there to punt as the Pirates take a delay game penalty, looking for a little more room for Diorio to get his punt off, as we're under 10 to play here in this 4th quarter. Huge stop defensively there by the Rustlers. Here's the snap. Diorio with a high spiral kick. Truxton going to call for a fair catch. He muffs it, but he falls on top of it at the 13-yard line, and that's where the Rustler offense will take over. 1st down and 10. 9:37 to play here, 4th quarter. Whew.
Luck was definitely on Truxton's side right there.
A little uncharacteristic there by Truxton. We've seen him muff a punt. Also had a drop earlier in this game. Normally sure-handed. Of course, Rick Neuheisel, pardon me, it wasn't Neuheisel, it was Lane Kiffin who talked about you want a guy back there who you're sure can catch the ball. Here's Vance on the first play, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off far sideline. Back-to-back interceptions thrown by Vance. And back-to-back picks by the defensive back, Tut.
Wow, Tut is definitely changing the game out there with his defensive attitude.
So 2 huge mistakes here by this Rustler offense in prime field position for the Pirates as they take over 1st down and 10 at the Rustler 24-yard line. Wow. Jones takes the snap, throws it in the flat, has Martin, 25-yard line, cuts it up, breaks the tackle, a stiff arm at the 10, dragging defenders with him inside, down to the 5-yard line.
Brought down at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
Martin's having a fantastic game as he leads his team down the field.
Unreal. First and goal from the 5. Jones, low snap, play fake, looking back of the end zone, has a man, touchdown, Ventura. But there's a flag on the play.
Penalty, number 74, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
It's going to be a hold on the backup left guard, Jordan Laughlin, 6'2", 318, freshman out of Las Vegas. So that negates the touchdown, but Smith was wide open in the back corner of the end zone, Sebastian.
Jordan Laughlin with the penalty there takes away that touchdown from his team.
3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. That's Smith. Jones, low snap. Pressure coming. He's going to step up. Jones going to tuck it and run, and he's tackled around the ankles inside the 10-yard line and down at the 8.
Goes up the 8-yard line. Second down.
Nice tackle made from behind there.
And Rahshaun, what about the coaching by Coach Moose to go with Brandon Jones later on in this game, knowing that he gives him a better shot to win?
Second and goal from the 8. They hand it off. Here's Martin trying to get around the edge. Nowhere to go. 3 black jerseys, but he gets away from all of them. Second effort gets it ahead to the 5, so that should have been a loss of 3. He gets it ahead to the 5-yard line before running into Tristan Green, who makes the tackle. And Martin having himself a whale of a half here, as he's really been the difference for this offense. He, along with Jones, as you just mentioned, Sebastian. Third down and goal from the 5. Jones and the Pirates with the ball, trailing by 10 as we approach 8 to play, fourth quarter. Jones looks up, throws back of the end zone, incomplete. Nice defense there by the Rustlers, brings up a 4th down and goal. And here comes Lansky in the kicking unit.
Wow. Jones throws that pass out of reach for his receiver. Just an unfortunate play. They really had a chance to capitalize on that interception by Tut.
So Lansky from the near hash mark will attempt this one from 28 yards. He's perfect on the season. Low snap. The hold is down. The kick is up and through. 1 possession game with 8 minutes to play.
Score is now 30-23.
Rustlers 30. Ventura 23. As you're listening to Golden West Football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. And, of course, Golden West Rustlers Football on the web at MillerToyotaOfAnaheim.com. Located at the 91 and Euclid, Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports college sports and education. It's a 7-point game here, as these Pirates have come all the way back after trailing by 3 possessions early in this one. Rustlers looking for a potential onside kick, so the hands unit is out there. Lansky puts the ball on the tee at the 35. Still 8 minutes to play here in this one, a whole lifetime, especially for this Pirate offense that can score points in a hurry.
And if you're the Pirates, you got to be feeling really optimistic right now. It's been their game ever since they came out at halftime.
The kick is deep. Truxton takes it at his 6. Takes it on the outside the numbers at the 20. A late flag comes in as Truxton tries to reverse field. Has a block at the 30. Tries to look for a crease, a stiff arm at the 35-yard line where he's taken down. But there are 1, 2, 3 yellow hankies on the field. One of them, it looks like, is going to be an illegal block against the Rustlers. Not sure what the other 2 are for. But looks like Golden West is probably going to start this drive deep in their own zone.
And again, like you said, 3 flags on the field. That's been the story for them all night. Penalties, penalties, penalties. If they can eliminate those, they give themselves a chance.
Number 8 for a block in the back. On the return, block in the back, number 27. That penalty will be enforced, 10 yards, first down.
So the initial block in the back on VC, they waive, but they get Kahuna Nui for a block in the back. That was Trevin. So a 10-yard penalty, and the Rustlers are going to start it at their own 24-yard line. Elsewhere here on SportsNetUSA.net, Fullerton on top of Riverside, 52-21. That one in the fourth quarter. 13:30 left. Josh Smith in there, quarterback now, as they hand it off, and with some space on the outside is a Kangway. He gets it just inside the numbers and down at the 29-yard line. So a pickup of 4.
Down to the 29-yard line.
Well, I have a moment. I want to say hello to Mrs. Mitch, listening to us up north. Listen to a good one here tonight. Also want to say hello to Coach Robinson's friend, Terry. Thank you for listening as well. Smith in there at quarterback, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it up the middle himself, and he picks up about 4 on the play, ahead to the 33-yard line, brings up a 3rd down and 1, but there is an injured Pirate on the play. And it's one of those big defensive linemen for the Pirates. While we won't be here next week, Sac City football returns next week here on SportsNetUSA.net. You can check that one out. 7 p.m. kickoff. As they attend to the injured Pirate. Being helped to his feet is the big fella Trey Haynes, sophomore out of Gallatin, Tennessee. So he'll be replaced.
Good to see Trey Haynes get off the field on his own power.
Appears to be favoring his right arm as he comes back to the turf, as he comes back to the near sideline. 7:03 to play. The clock, of course, the friend of the Rustlers, but they're going to have to eat up some clock and get some first downs. Smith in there at quarterback on a 3rd down and 1. A Kangway, the deep back. A huge 3rd down here for the Rustlers. Smith with 26 on the play clock. Low snap. He's going to take it himself up the middle. Has enough for a first down as he falls forward across the 35-yard line and ahead to the 37. So he picks up about 4 on 3rd and 1, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Rustlers. And more importantly, the clock continues to run, Sebastian, as we approach 6.5 to play.
And that's going to be one of the biggest things right now, clock management. You have to keep looking at the clock and knowing what you have.
And a nice change of pace here by offensive coordinator Wes Choate. 4-minute offense for the Rustlers, and they bring Smith in there, but it's going to be a false start. So the running game, the opportunity to run is getting a little bit harder.
False start, number 77, 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And Chris Alvarez, the guilty culprit once again, and I've mentioned his name at least 3 times tonight. And that's not including the starting lineups. So whenever you hear that, usually not a good thing when those 5 guys up front hear their name called. 8 seconds on the play clock. 7-6 for Smith. Got to hurry up and snap it. Out of the pistol, he takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Kango. He tries to get on the outside, now bursts back up through the middle, across the 35-yard line and ahead to the 38, where he's taken down. Stop made there by Zavala, a kid out of St. Bonaventure. So he gets it back past the original line of scrimmage. So it brings up a 2nd down and about 9 for Golden West as we approach 5.5 to play. And that clock continues to run. No Adam Vance on this drive. Uncharacteristically, 2 interceptions in this second half. He entered this game with just 1 on the season. And a huge motion here from the Rustlers. Haven't seen this all season. Empty set now for Smith. He takes the snap, and it's going to be some movement up front.
65, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Another false start charge to the Rustlers, so that moves them back 5 yards. So what was a 2nd and 9 is going to be a 2nd down and 14 as we approach 5 to play.
And false starts have been the story for both teams tonight.
There's been a lot of them. Shane Smith and our officiating crew here tonight have been awful busy, let me tell you. That chant of defense you hear is from the Ventura contingent here on this near sideline as we're under 5 to play. Low snap. Smith takes it, hands it off to Okangwe, tries to get around the edge at the 30. He's going to be taken down for a loss. They give him forward progress to the 31.
16 has to go out.
Third down.
Okangwe's helmet popped off, so he's going to have to leave the field. As we approach 4.5 to play, and this is going to be a 3rd down and call it 16 for the Rustlers. 7 on the play clock, 6. Rustlers aren't even at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to call a timeout here as that play clock dwindled down to 1. So 4:15 left in this ball game. Rustlers clinging to a 7-point lead, and I'm sure Coach Mitchell and Wes Choate want to have a conversation about what to do here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and forever. Do you try to throw it and risk an incompletion and the clock stops? Do you try to run it? And Ventura could still call a timeout to stop the clock just in case. I'm sure if Andrew King were here, he'd probably bring up a screen or a draw in this situation. What do you think, Sebastian?
I actually think they're going to run the ball. Better clock management right now is going to be your best friend. Like I said, the momentum has been with Ventura since we started the second half. So all the penalties that have added up tonight for the Rustlers, and they continue to come right now, it just cannot be a good thing for them. I would hope that they run the ball right now.
So we'll see. New quarterback, and that's Vance. So Smith not in there for this 3rd and long. Out of the pistol. Vance with one back behind him, one to his left. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Vance going to throw it near side. Looking for Truxton. Caught. Oh, what a catch over the shoulder at the 45-yard line of Ventura. And a 1st down for the Rustlers. That's that same corner route that they connected on earlier in this game, Sebastian. And what a big conversion there.
And Truxton making the big play there, bringing it in.
Huge pickup on 3rd and 16. They get all the way inside of Ventura territory. Vance remains in there at quarterback as we're under 4 to play here. 7-point game. 2 backs for the freshman out of Visalia. Takes the snap. He hands it off as the Rustlers, of course, wisely will keep it on the ground. That goes to Okangwe. His helmet is ripped off once again, so he's going to have to leave the game once again.
I think Okangwe just needs a helmet that fits.
Hill's back in there at a tailback. He's joined in the backfield by Fiisu. Three wide receivers. Ball near hash mark for Vance on a 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Hills. He tries to get it around the edge, and he breaks the initial tackle. Was that ball out? No, he held on to it. He get it ahead to the – actually, that ball was out.
3rd down.
So the Rustlers were able to recover it at the 40-yard line. They ripped that ball out. The Rustlers, fortuitously, were able to get on top of that.
And they catch another break tonight when it comes to a lost ball out there.
Smith back in there at quarterback. He has one back as we're approaching 2.5 to play. Ojalabi in there, the deep back. Smith pats his right hip, takes the snap, hands it off to Ojalabi, who goes off left guard. He's going to be gang tackled just shy of the 35-yard line at the 37. And so that's going to bring up a 4th down with 2:14 to play, and Ventura is going to call a timeout here. So a 4th and about 2 Ventura calls the timeout. This is an opportunity where you're probably too short to punt it, but this is definitely not in Maciel's range. Do you dare go for it here?
I think you kind of have to at this point. I mean, like you said, Maciel, you know, you're not in his range right now. You don't want to turn the ball over on downs. So you kind of have to go for this 4th down here.
Ball's at the Ventura 37-yard line. It's a 4th down and about 2. Josh Smith in the offense stays on the field. A 1st down here could be huge. Golden West fans clapping and cheering. Ventura fans clapping and cheering. Josh Smith in the pistol. Ball far hash mark. Looks like he's going to try to draw Ventura off sides, and that defensive line not budging. Smith comes out of his crouch, looks over to the far sideline, and he calls the timeout. So they try to draw him off sides and nothing doing. You got to like the discipline there by Ventura if you're Coach Moose.
Yeah, Ventura is definitely playing with their heads in the game right now. They know that Golden West is trying to use that clock management against them right now, and they know that they have to be smart because any mistake here could cause the game for them.
Number 3 against number 10 in the state here in the coaches' polls. And it's a 7-point game with 2:14 to play in this 4th quarter. Looks like they're sending the punting unit out there. Maciel will be looking to receive this snap at the Golden West 49-yard line. Ventura in a prevent. They have nobody back to return this one.
So the Rustlers.
Maciel takes it. Looks like he's going to try to run with it. And at the last second, he kicks it. It's a little pooch punt. And nearly a great execution there by the Rustlers as it's downed inside the 5 at the 2-yard line. I mean, he waited to the absolute last second on that rugby-style kick
At the 2-yard
to
line.
pooch that one.
1st down.
And it was nearly blocked because there were a host of special teamers in white in front of the punter.
And that's just a heads-up play by the Rustlers there. Now you put the pressure on the Pirates offense here with the ball at the 2-yard line.
So you say if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to go 98 yards.
Right.
Jones still in there at quarterback for Ventura. Ball's on the 2-yard line. Jones in his own end zone, out of the gun. He has one back to his left. Jones takes the snap, looking near side, throws it past, caught in the end zone by the tailback, who's hit immediately by Phil Hong. His helmet comes off, so he's going to have to leave for a play. That pass was caught by Word, the freshman out of El Camino Real. A pickup of 3 there makes it 2nd down and 7. Ball near hash mark, 1:50 to play. Jones takes the snap in his own end zone. Over the middle, it's Man. Man catches at the 10-yard line, a stutter step. And he gets enough for a 1st down as he's finally taken down at the 13-yard line of Ventura. The clock will stop momentarily with 1:40 as they move the sticks. Hong back in there after missing one play. Jones takes the snap, far hash mark, delivers it across the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Man once again. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 13-yard line.
With no timeouts left here, you got to trust your receivers here to make a big play.
One back for Jones. Ball far hash mark. Pressure coming. Jones tries to escape, and he does. Scrambles near side. Looks like he's going to tuck it and run now. Looking at the 20. Dives towards that first down marker and out of bounds. The speedy quarterback is able to pick up a first down and more across the 25.
At the 24-yard line, first down.
Pickup of 11 there on the scramble. The clock stops with 1:20 to play. Pirates with the ball trailing by 7 here in this fourth quarter. Jones takes the snap, looking over the middle, pass deflected, and it falls incomplete.
Jones's pass is tipped by number 94, Frank Lariva.
Batted away at the line of scrimmage by Frank Lariva, the talented defensive end out of Mater Dei.
Wow, careless pass there by Brandon Jones.
1:16 to play. Ball near hash mark for Jones. 4 wide receivers. Low snap, looking over the middle, incomplete. He threw a dart at the knees, basically, of the intended receiver, and that was Pride. It falls incomplete, brings up a third down and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Pirates. Chanted defense from that far sideline. Coaches and players alike waving their arms, telling the fans to get up. Low snap by Jones. Taken, passes near side, complete by Mann, bounces off a defender, momentarily lost the ball, but regains control before Otalabi tackles him from behind at the 37-yard line.
Man,
Lariva's helmet pops off, so he'll have to leave the game momentarily. Coming in to replace him is Caleb Wells, the backup defensive end. First down and 10 for the Pirates. Snap, knee high for Jones. Pump fake. He's lost the ball. Scoops it back up, but he's sacked in the backfield at the 35-yard line. And the Pirates are going to burn a timeout. Justin Stewart there to make the sack. 53 seconds to play. Timeout taken by Ventura. Their second charge timeout of the half. They'll have one remaining.
And Brandon Jones with a few hiccups here in these last few plays.
He was trying to pump and just drop the ball. Literally, it fell out of his hands, and it took a fortuitous bounce off the turf right back into his lap. He was able to corral it as Stewart came from behind with the sack. Stewart second in the Southern League in sacks intern tonight with 7.5. He's been a menace to opposing offenses all season long. And he comes up with a big play there, but it is still second down. After that loss of 2, it'll be a second down and 12 for the Pirates. Going right to left here in this fourth and final period.
And the Pirates are going to need a really big play from everyone here.
Safety's about 20 yards back for the Rustlers. 4-man front. Jones in there and the shotgun. Ball near hash mark. Steps up in the pocket. Delivers. Picked off. Picked off by the Rustlers. And that's going to seal it. Daniel Tejeda slides just inside of midfield. And that might do it. 47 seconds left in this one. And the Rustlers lead this one 30-23. Fifth interception of the night for this Rustler defense. Tejeda with the last one, potentially the clincher.
Tejeda with the big play coming up in the last minute of the game. And that is the way you survey the quarterback. You watch your options, and you get the interception.
Vance in there at quarterback. And everybody's favorite formation, the victory formation. Vance takes the snap, drops to a knee.
Vance takes a knee to run down the clock.
It's about a 5-second differential between play clock and game clock. So Vance and the Rustlers are going to have to take another knee. But it looks like they're going to get out of here with a win after these Pirates made it extremely close.
And no doubt about it, they had the momentum in that second half like we talked about. They just could not finish the game.
Vance will get under center one more time. With 10 seconds left, takes the snap, drops to a knee, and that should do it. Adam Vance shakes hands with Quest Truxton as time expires on this one.
30-23.
Your final score, Golden West 30, Ventura 23, as the Rustlers improve to 6-0 on the season. And somehow, some way, they're able to slow down this vaunted offense of Ventura to pick up a win here in this one as they step out of league and get ready for the bye week. We'll step aside. We'll be back on the other side of the break to break this one down, but the Rustlers end up victorious here tonight. You're listening to Golden West Football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rustlers will enter the bye week on a high, having picked up a win here tonight over Ventura College, 30-23, as we welcome you back into LeBard Stadium. These Rustlers had 5 interceptions on the night to bring their total on the season as a unit to 20. And those of you that are watching here on SportsNetUSA.net, this is the one that sealed the deal. Daniel Tejeda comes up and smartly slides in the second, just shy of the 45-yard line. And that was the clincher for Golden West, who improves to 6-0 on this season. The 23 points by Ventura, ironically enough, the most points these Rustlers have allowed all season. However, it's the least amount of points Ventura has scored all season. We told you they were high-powered offense. They put up 60 last week against Moore Park. Sebastian, this defense has made play after play after play all season long, and it wouldn't be right if it weren't for the defense needing to make a stop for them to be able to seal this victory here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. The Rustlers came together at the end of that game, to say the least. And, they had a lot of penalties in the first half, but they definitely cleaned everything up, and they were able to get out with the victory against this high-powered offense for Ventura.
Not Dominique Kane. He was our halftime guest. We'll talk about him in a second. Adam Vance had his issues in the second half. 2 interceptions in the second half alone. He entered the game with only 1. Nice change of pace by Wes Choate, the offensive coordinator, to bring Josh Smith in there to do some running and also run out the clock a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Josh Smith was a great game changer for them. He came in, settled the team down a little bit, was able to get some nice throws off, also created a running game for the Rustlers, and it just made them a lot more formidable in that second half.
Definitely. So the Rustlers improved to 6-0 on the season with a 30-23 win here tonight. The Pirates, meanwhile, fall to 3-3 on the year with the win. And Sebastian, final thoughts from you, just in the sense of being 6-0. You win this game, you go into the bye on a high. Obviously, it's much better going into a bye after a win than, unfortunately, things would have ended up on the wrong side of the fence for the Rustlers here tonight.
It means a lot, and it definitely means a lot against a team like Ventura, because they have been known to score. They average 44 points per game. We talked about that coming into tonight. Put up 60 last week against Moore Park. I mean, it's a great win. And, even though they scored 30 points, which is right exactly on their average, they held the other team to 23 points, and that shows a lot about the defense.
So the Rustlers enter the bye on a high note. Once again, our final score, Golden West 30. Ventura 23 with the win. The Rustlers improved to 6-0 on the season, while the Pirates fall to 3-3. Not a conference game or not a league game for either team, though, so it does not affect their league standings. However, it does affect the overall standings. The Rustlers number 3 in the state here in the coaches' rankings. We're on a bye next week, so we'll take the week off. And make sure you're back here with us October 24th, 7 p.m. right here from LeBard, as the Rustlers will wrap up their 3-game homestand, if you will, as they return to National Southern League play against Santa Ana. Special thanks, as always, to Golden West head coach Nick Mitchell. Our halftime guest, Dominique Kane, thank you very much for coming up here and joining us tonight. Ventura head coach Steve Mashugian, and also special teams coach and linebacker coach Mike Hayden for helping us out earlier here tonight. On the cameras, providing all the visuals for you, James Flynn. And, of course, our operations manager, the one and only, the great Mr. Ed Ford. Andrew King, hope to see you back here, buddy. But in the meanwhile, thank you, Sebastian, for filling in. So from partner tonight, Sebastian Spencer, I am Rahshaun Haylock saying good night from LeBard Stadium on the campus of Orange Coast College. Once again, Rustlers win it 30-23. You've been listening to Golden West Rustler Football on SportsNetUSA.net.